All right. Hey, Kristen. I thought that the Ghost on Trent premiere would be done by now, but it's still happening. So, because not many of their videos go over an hour. I guess there's a couple in here. So, anyways, the Ghost on Trent premiere is happening. And then I didn't realize Two Ply, his paranormal, his premiere just dinged on my phone. I thought his premiere started at 5. So his premiere just dinged too. So I may have picked like the worst time to go live. Oops. Hey, little Miss Mayhem, how are you doing? Yeah, we may have picked the worst time to go live, honestly. um, but my mom is coming back from the rehab place on Monday. So I'm not sure what Tuesday's gonna look like. I don't know how busy this whole week is gonna be. Like I'll give her, a few days of extra time or my time or, the first week where for her to get settled and stuff. But I gotta get back on things too. I can't just be constant with her. So, um, it's like I do enough stuff for her too. So I'm trying to get her acclimated to be at home. So anyway, yeah, it's Tuesday. I just don't know because oh yeah, my mom's coming back Monday. So I got to get her settled and everything and probably spend I figure it'll probably take up the whole week getting her set up because she has new needs now. Like there's even more needs than before, so it's going to be issues. And then my super or management company, I have a landlord, there's a management company. So the management company's coming back on Tuesday to do the annual inspection for the fire alarms and the other crap, so I just don't know what Tuesday's gonna look like. Hey Ken, how are you doing? Yeah, we'll see what happens. Honestly, I do think my mom needs to be in long-term care, but she's determined to make home work. But she told me because I told her I can't. So it's hold on. Hey, Sweet Goth. Hey, Andy. Yeah. So essentially, so she ended up in the hospital last year. It was spring or something, and she was in the hospital for a long time. And she was first she was sick with a UTI, then she got really sick from the antibiotics they gave her, and then her whole GI system went to hell. And then she caught COVID while she was in the hospital. She was in the hospital for it was 5 months or something. It was just one thing after the other, right? And then she couldn't walk because she was bedbound for so long. So then she ended up in rehab. Then we went through 3 different rehab places before she finally found one that was working for her. She's very slow. So the first ones are very impatient, right? And they were pushing her and she ended up kept going back to the hospital because they were pushing her too hard, right? So then she finally got to rehab, then that worked. And then she came home it was November. She was home for I think a month or something. And then no, it might have been almost 2 months. I think it was a month and a half. And then she ended up back in the hospital because of the pain in her stomach, which turns out to be cancer. Hey, Mystic Mima. Hey, Marie. Hey, Julie. Um, so then she had all of her everything cut out. The cancer's fine, but she has an ostomy bag now, so that's a whole new level of problems because she already had problems with um she's older, kidney problems run in our family, so she was already having problems with that. So it's just when she was home before the ostomy bag situation, she was waking me up in the middle of the night to help her go to the bathroom and stuff. And I told her this can't continue. I can't deal with, I need to actually sleep because with the fibro and everything else is if I don't sleep, my neighbors, if I don't sleep, I start going downhill really fast. So hello, the rights. Hey, Dion. Yeah. So then it was so I went to this meeting about how good she's going to be to come home. Cause I'm I don't think that you're capable. Cause I'm seeing you at this rehab place and you're still asking for a lot of help. Hey, Lacey. And she's like, well, I want to try, we won't know until I get home. I'm like, okay, we can try. And then um, they offered to send like an occupational therapist to her room to like see her ability, and then they would come to the house and see what like equipment we need, like essentially giving us advice on equipment, right? And so the occupational therapist came here like on Thursday or Friday or something, and then she tells me that my mom told her that I'm going to be helping her in and out of bed and to go to the bathroom every 2 hours. And I'm like, no, I told her already that's not going to happen. Like I need to sleep. Like I can't go without sleep. I start to have like mental breakdown, physical breakdown, like it's bad. And so I'm like, I'm kind of stressed with her coming home because I think she thinks that I'm going to do the things, even though I clearly told her I wasn't going to do that. Like I couldn't do that. So, because I'm her daughter, I'm not her like nurse, There's a difference between being hired as like a full time nurse and like, you're a family member. So, female side of my family have issues with colitis and Crohn's disease. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like we have like kidney issues in our family, and I mean there's mental illness, but there's like kidney issues mainly with the women, yeah. And there's heart issues in my family. It's not like super severe, but like, yeah. So like my mom getting cancer, this is the first time. There's never been cancer in our family. So this is like the first time cancer has shown up in our family. So, yeah, like sleep is like anyone who has like fibro or like a chronic illness in chat right now like understands, like I literally start having like an actual psychotic break if I don't get sleep. Like it gets really bad. So like if I don't get sleep, if she prevents me from sleeping for more than a month, and that's sort of where we're at, like I will hit a point where I will have to check myself into a hospital, right? And it's like it's just not manageable. Yeah, if you have fibromyalgia, you have to sleep. Like fibro, and I already struggle to sleep as is because I have insomnia because of the, anxiety and neurodiversity and ADHD and all that bullshit. So like I already struggle to sleep as it is. So my sleep is all over the place. Like I might fall asleep at midnight one night. I might fall asleep at 9 a.m. the next night. I don't know. Like my freaking insomnia is such a pain, but it's like I can't. I can only go like a couple of days with no sleep, and then there's like minimal sleep, which is what she was doing to me. And I did that for like a month and a half. I was only sleeping for like an hour every night, and I was starting to lose it. So yeah. Um, that was maybe mom can't go without sleep or food to get cranky. Yeah, like I started actually going like I started losing it, to be honest. Like I started actually having a mental break if I don't have sleep. Yeah, you have fiber, you get bad. Yeah, it's like worse than cranky with fibro people. We start losing it. Like we actually start having it like an honest to God mental breakdown. My mom passed from pancreatic cancer. Her dad passed from cancer. Oh yeah, yeah. This is the first time cancer's showing up in our family. So, but to be fair, my mom, she's a hippy dippy, as I've told you guys before. She gave up a real doctor in Canada and signed up for this naturopath doctor who happened to have a GP license. And he was really bad in my city. And he dropped the ball with my grandma. She broke her hip, had a bunch of other issues. He dropped the ball with my mom. Like, things have only gotten this bad with my mom. Like, she's not really that old. She started having these issues, like, I think like 66 or like she started going downhill fast because she wasn't being taken care of by a proper doctor with modern medical like science. Like that's the thing. Once you hit like past 40, you need to have modern medical science. Herbs and all that crap only go so far, you know? Um, I'm disabled and have falls and my daughter, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. My daughter wanted me to look at assisted living areas in 51. Yeah, $6,000. Yeah, that's the thing. Like there's long-term care here, but it's like her entire check like goes to it, like it's sort of like subsidized by the government, and it sucks. Like it's not ideal because you have to pick like three places, and then depending on as soon as a bed's available, they'll stick you in one. of the places that you chose, even if it's not your top pick. And like once you're there, you can't change. So like that's thing, and that's why like they've asked me to pick out places years back, and I'm like, I can't, because I literally read up on every place and they all sound like a hellhole. I'm like, I don't want to make this decision. And she doesn't know how to make the decision either. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do, because when she's there, like I can't move her. She's stuck there. And I've heard there's a really good place, but it's like 2 hours north of here, and my car is like shot. So I'm like, I wouldn't be able to really visit her, but she would be getting excellent care. But I'm like, even if you were here in this city, Mom, like I'd still only visit you like once a week because I'm busy, right? Like I'm not going to be there every day anyway. So like, would you rather have good care or shitty care and me visit you once a week? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I feel like good care is the better option. So I have to take so much medication, insomnia and fibroids tonight. Yeah, it's friggin' horrible. Yeah. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yes, happy Sunday. Yes. Yeah, wishing everyone a good weekend. Oh, Beardo. Hey, Beardo. Mike's Mysteries. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. I've been yip. My dad is 76 and has to help my mom to the bathroom. He's a legend. Yeah, and I've been doing, like, I helped my mom to, like, a point, but I've told her, like, years back, I've been doing everything for her. Like, I've been taking care of her for, like, 9 years. And I said to her, if you can't manage your bodily functions, that's my limit. Like, that is my limit. I will do everything else for you, but, like, bodily functions is my limit. And I've made this clear to her multiple times. Because, you know, and she's only got one kidney left. So, and she goes to the bathroom every freaking hour or two. And I'm just like, I can't help you that often. Like if I wasn't working here at home, like if I was out working, because I work home pretty much, right? So like if I was out working, you wouldn't see me for 8 to 12 hours anyway. So like you have to assume that I'm not here when I'm working, you know? I crumble without sleep. Yeah, I start falling apart really bad. Yeah. Oh, it just scrolled down on me. Oh God. Hold on. Trying to catch up. Hey, Luke. Oh my God. I forgot to say hello to all the, like, I'm sorry guys. I was yapping a lot. Whoever I missed, I'm sorry. You can say something in chat and I'll try to grab you. I don't mind the hallucinations, the confusion, anxiety are the problem. Yeah, I start the confusion, the anxiety, and the just like random bouts of crying without the sleep. Like just randomly, I'll like just lose it and I'll just have a complete breakdown and start crying. And then I just like, people are like, what's wrong? I'm like, I haven't slept. And like, it's so stupid, but my mom passed at age 60. She lived to your mom, everyone. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like everyone lives to a very long age in my family. My mom, she's already up there now. Like, no, I think I've been taking care of her longer than 9 years. No, it's been longer than 9 years. Like I've been taking care of her for a long time, right? But it's like I have my limits, you know? I'm the exact same way. I have fibro, CRPS, DDD, and so many other things. I just lost my best friend and my dog. Been extremely depressed. Pain is almost completely out of control. Yeah, and the depression causes huge bouts of pain, and the flares. Like you get flares from depression, anxiety, not sleeping, all the other crap. So, how's our Beardo's Live? Beardo's Live was good. Yeah, and then he sent people off to Ghost of Trent. Did they finish? Because I was like, oh well, I was like, they'll be done in like an hour. And then I saw Two Plies thing dinged. I didn't realize he had a premiere too. So whoops. Finally getting to go to my pain management doctor on Tuesday. Wish me positive vibes. Oh, nice. The biggest thing I'll say is like, if you go to like a specialist and like, you're not happy with what they've said or whatever, ask for a different one. Go back to your GP and be like, I want a different one. Cause some specialists suck. They're not all good. You have to have your own life. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's tough because it's like, you know, I understand and I'm trying to take care of her and I'm trying to like be there for her and all that. But then it's like, I have my limits. I need sleep. I've literally like, I stopped dating at one point too, because I'm like, I can't go anywhere. I can't like, I was dating someone, he wanted me to like, go on trips, go away for the weekend, travel, all this. And I'm like, I can't, like, because I've been taking care of her and I've had to turn down trips. People have offered to like fly me out to visit friends or even offer to fly me out for like conferences and stuff. And I'm just like, I can't. Like, and I've been saying no to people for like more than a decade, right? So it's just like, it's like, I've given you like 10 years of this, like, and like, I was in that really crappy relationship before her where I was pretty much trapped too. So like, I feel like I've been trapped from like age, because I started dating him when I was really young, like age 19. Yeah, I've been trapped for a long time. So my father passed from lung cancer. My son stepped up and looked after him until he passed. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. It's like she's not sick as in she's gonna pass, because I feel like that would be different, right? It's like, no, our family, our women, our family live to a stupidly long age, and I'm like, I don't think I could handle it when I get that old. I don't think I'm going to be able to handle it. But it's like we live a really long time, and I'm like, she's still got a while left in her, and I'm starting to like hit my limits, right? So like mentally it's just starting to get to me. I wish I was at a party, but yeah, this is a party. The thoughts of just going to sleep and not waking up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been there before. And that's why, like, I mean, that's why I have this tattoo, and my friend was been through that. But the therapy is so important, right? So, um, Lacey, do you know what one tried to get me? What? I don't know what that is. No. I'd much rather go, well asleep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what that is. No. Death is lighter than a feather. Duty is heavier than a mountain, said by Robert Jordan. That's actually really, I kind of like that. That actually, that does make sense. I mean, I'll look up what Lacey said. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's offensive. I don't know. Oh, oh, a man child. Okay. Yes, I was dating a man child. Yes, yes. Yeah. Like literally could not do anything for himself. Yes. And then once he got some money, which he inherited, then suddenly I was a freeloader, even though that we did, you know, 13, 12, 12 years of me taking care of him. Yeah. 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 I mean, he had his own place, but when I met him, he had his own place, but it was a trailer, which I enjoyed living in a trailer. It was small, easy to clean. We had like a tiny yard, but it was a yard. Like rent lot fees were super cheap. Like I liked living in a trailer. I would love to go back to living in a trailer, but they're shutting them all down in Ontario. There's no trailer parks, like all year round trailer parks anymore. I like living in a trailer. I actually ended up buying us a summer trailer. So like we had a summer home. There were trailers, but it was fun. And we had a summer home, and it was like, an hour north out of the city. And then we worked in our city. So we would just drive into work in the summer, and then we live in our normal home. But then we ended up buying a house because they shut down the trailer park. So, but anyway, I don't really, he wasn't like a homeowner. It was a trailer. So, but it was fun. I liked living in the trailer. Other than just like it was old, and obviously like, you can't, a trailer doesn't last forever. That's the only thing. You can't just repair it constantly. Like you actually just buy a new one eventually. Um, this full moon energy has my little pug terrier mix wanting to run a marathon. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've noticed the animals get weird, but maybe that's why I get a little bit energetic. Um, tries to get in a relationship with you. So like, yeah, like ours, like mine, he didn't try to get into a relationship with me for, I feel like we started, no, you know what it is? Watch some like skits or read up on like the narcissist meeting an ADHDer or a narcissist meeting an empath. And that's sort of how it started. And then I'm like a person too. Like when I care about someone, I will do things for them just to make their life easier, but I kind of expect the same back. And then that just very quickly the dynamic changed to me doing everything. And then he had, yeah, it was a whole thing. And then he wasn't working and I was taking care of him. And then came into a little bit of money. All the money he's ever come into, he inherited. His family had money, but he was sort of the black sheep, and they were treating him, they weren't giving him handouts because he, yeah, he was a fuck around. So then he got a little bit of money. Then, he decided to go to school, and I'm like, good, great. Get a proper, cause I I was going to school while I was dating him, but he didn't support me. I was working 35 hours a week and also took out loans, right? Um, and then, yeah, and then he went to school, and then while I was in school, I was working 35 hours a week and I was maintaining the house. Cause yeah, he's one of those guys, right? Then he went to school. He wouldn't work. He wouldn't maintain the house. He wouldn't do anything around the house. And I was working. I was paying for everything else. He was just paying for his school. Whereas when I was working, I was paying for all the bills. He would pay the mortgage on the trailer, which was nothing, the lot fees, which was nothing. And I would pay for all the services, cable, phone, cell phones, food, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then when he went to school, like, yeah, it got really out of control really fast. Yeah. Um, dating scene. Yeah. Dating scene is harder for men. It definitely is harder for men in today's day and age. Well, I mean, in general it is, but today's day and age, it's just hard in general, and men have it even worse. Yeah. I'm laughing so hard. Yeah. um, I nearly got it. Thought you meant a random hobo chase you down the street. Yeah. That's what I thought she meant at first. I was like, wait, where is this going? I thought they were just getting rid of trailer parks here. Yeah, they're getting rid of them too here. And I'm just like, dude, it's cheap living. Like like we're in a housing crisis. Nobody can afford anywhere, but you can afford a trailer. Like a trailer is something that's doable. And like it's easy living. I enjoyed it because like if something happened or you lost your job or an emergency happened, like we had pets, so emergencies would happen and we'd have to like pay these crazy vet bills, but it was fine because our lot fees and the mortgage for a trailer, it was like so cheap, man. And it was just easy to clean. It was small. It was easier to clean, and you have a little yard, so you're not like without a yard, like I really liked it. But yeah, you can't get in a trailer now anymore. I mean, you can get one for like a summer thing here, but you can't get an all year round. Um, I didn't make that up. I heard it off another woman. Yeah, I just Googled it. So like it's a thing. Yeah. People with good hearts usually get taken advantage of. Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, yeah. Me and my estranged husband, he's a narcissist. Yeah. Yeah, like I was watching a skit too. It's like it's not just empaths, but they also take advantage of ADHDers, because ADHDers, we have a tendency to like word vomit and talk a lot, especially like if the other person's not talking, or if they're like, oh, I want to know all about you. Like we tend to be like, oh, okay. And then we just kind of go. But narcissists, then once they learn everything about you, then they're like, okay, now I know how to take advantage of you. Because we just word vomited our entire everything about us to said person. So now it's like, and that's the thing with dating, I'm like really picky, and I'm like, the, I try to be really careful because I don't want to be in that situation again. So he wanted simultaneously be a house husband and have a housewife who also works. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You were doing too much. He was literally doing nothing. Once, when we got into our last house we lived at, then he started doing grass cutting. Otherwise, though, I was hiring people to do grass cutting and snow removal. He literally did nothing. I did everything. Like what he would do though is get angry and smash holes in the wall and break everything. That's all he really did. Glad you got out. Yeah, I'm glad I'm out, but I'm really pissed off that I wasted my youth on him. I wanted to leave early on, but I was like, no, he's just going through a hard time. Or, oh, it was like, oh, if you leave, I'm not going to be able to manage myself. Cause yeah, I mean, he was a man child. I thought that he would be like, you know, yeah, but they get in your head. It took a while to break out of it. Empathy is a dinner bell for narcissists. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And ADHD too, because they learn everything about you because you accidentally tell them your whole everything. Because I do that a lot. I think a lot of us do. I seem to get noticed by a lot of homeless women. Is that weird or something? Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Energy vampires absolutely go after us. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Kenny. Oh, hey, Kenny. Welcome, Kenny. Doing the same in the UK. Private all year round living sites are getting less and less. Oh, really? I think it's so dumb. Like, it's cheap living, it's affordable living, and we're all in this housing crisis, and people like don't have money to live anywhere, and there's no houses anywhere. Well, like, because technically, we were the trailer that he was in. It was a modular home, which are nicer than trailers, but like it's still a trailer. They're just wider and bigger, and they're not on wheels. Like they have to be placed. So like these modular homes are very cheap and very nice. Like the modern ones are gorgeous. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, let us have modular homes and trailers. Like, it's so stupid. My mom is 96, and I've always been her Cinderella. My mind is still sharp, but he's always been a narcissist hypochondriac. I finally started to say no to her, and she's in full time care. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Like, I'm like, well, my mom, I'm just really stressed because I know she's gonna try to like take advantage of me, but I'm like, I've decided like this time, no, I'm saying no to her. And like, if I'm in the middle of something, like I was literally when she was home for like in November, like I'd be in the middle of doing like a stream or something with KK, or like I mean I don't think I was doing Tuesday streams yet. But I'd be in the middle of a stream like this or in the middle of recording, and she like interrupts me and like, demands me to help her right then and there. It's like if I was working, I wouldn't be here. So like you need to act like I'm not here. So like I'm just going to try to be like, boundaries. I've got to really set boundaries this time. So I've wasted my entire adult life on narcissists. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the same too. Like I feel like I've wasted so much, and then I'm like, oh my God. Like it's so tough because like I feel like I'm like, oh my God, I've wasted like my whole life taking care of people, and I'm just so tired of it. And yeah, and then when I started dating, I'm like, I'm not going to date anyone that wants me to take care of them. If they are acting like I need to take care of them, I'm out. So honestly, I've broken up with everyone that I've dated. Yeah, even like my ex, had to break up with him too. Because I mean, when you're in that kind of relationship, you have to leave. Like I think I've only ever been broken up with 2 times in my life. Because usually I do like I like realize what I meant. See, with him, it took way too long. It took a while. Like I kind of realized like I was kind of mad and I wanted to leave at one point. And I remember, and it was kind of early on, and I'm like, shit, I should have left right then and there. And then like me and my friend were kind of, because she was in that type of relationship. She's the one who passed away. And then we were gonna like we were talking about leaving together, and then she did what she did, and then that was a whole thing, and that traumatized me for a while. And then it was like, yeah, yeah, and then I kind of just fell back in it again. It's weird how they pull you back. I can't even looking at it now. It's like, man, I feel like I had moments of clarity, but they like left really quickly, and I didn't hang on to them. That's why like people are like, "Oh, I don't understand why they don't leave." I'm like, "I do." Like it's so hard to explain, but you get like stuck. Like it's so weird. I wonder if mediums take advantage of people with ADHD more often. Yeah, yeah, because we tend to word vomit and and tell the world everything. People like who do that, who overshare, like need to be careful around psychics and mediums for sure. I always thought if I did more, love more, it would work out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Like you like try to convince yourself that it's you. That's the problem. Yeah, it's so tough. I'm 23 this year, and it's making me really sad. And I don't like not being with someone. 23, you're very young. You'll find someone, dude. You're very young. It's okay. You'll find someone. Um, the biggest thing like that's tough for nowadays is like once you're out of school, because the internet, just like it's really hard to meet people. So I guess the biggest thing I'd say is just go out places and do things to meet people. That's the biggest thing, is like getting yourself in a position to be able to meet people is the key, right? Um, all the men I like reject me, and everyone I don't want wants me. Yeah, and I feel like now my standards are so high now, and that's the thing. That's why with the last relationship I was in, it was like 6 months, and then I just kind of was like, I was like, oh, I'll wait for 6 months and see how it is. I had some misgivings at the beginning that I was kind of like, this is a little weird, and I should have trusted my gut then. I knew something was wrong right away, but I ignored my gut. So like now I have even more list of red flags. So then I started trying to date after him. I broke up with him like I think it's this I don't know. I think it was like summer or something last year. And then I tried going on a few dates, and everyone I went on a date with, I just kept seeing a red flag. I was like, everyone was a red flag. Either everyone I chatted with on the apps or I went on a date with or whatever was red flag. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I'm just going to concentrate on YouTube. So I decided to put all my energy into YouTube. It was like, you know, all right. Thinking of leaving Miami, moving to the country, 2025 is really when's change for me. Yeah, I would do that. Yeah. If you have the ability to move to the country, although like I don't like being in the city. So, if that opportunity comes up, I say take it. 52 years of dealing with energy vampires, no more from this year in the future. Yeah, yeah. Barely had any relationships, wasted so much of my life due to low self esteem, calling it back. Yeah, and a lot of people are in that position, especially young people nowadays. Like, I think it's being raised around social media, like being raised in social media. It's created this weird dynamic that, yeah. When's your next medium debunking video? Can't wait. I have like a list of people. Um, 57 years, I'm still looking at such a low opinion of myself that no one want me. Yeah, I did have a low opinion of myself, and I think I don't know, I think it maybe got worse when I was with Max. I don't know. But then I put myself on the dating scene after leaving him, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so, because when I was growing up, all the girls that were like unhealthy skinny and didn't have boobs, a butt, hips, or anything were like the girls that everyone liked in school. So I was always like, well, I've always been curvy, and I'm like, whatever. Like, it doesn't really bother me, but I'm just like, I don't really feel like my options are really that whatever out there. So then I wasn't dating because I was in that relationship, and dating apps came out while I was in that relationship. And so like when I left him, I'm like, I don't know, what are these dating apps like? And I went on the dating apps, and I was just like, the amount of men that are into curvy women is insane. So I was like, oh, okay. So this is a thing. People like this. So I was like, okay. And that really raised my self-esteem. To be honest, it really raised my self-esteem. Hey, Bandit Angie. Yeah, the medium debunking videos. Let's see. So what I have, because I was thinking on it. So for next week, so I have actually like 4 videos, not medium related. I have 4 videos on different topics, like already recorded. And I just, no, some of them are demon videos. Okay. Call it like 2 or 3. I think 2 or 3 already recorded on some random topics. One of them was suggested by Sweet Goth, which I think is kind of a fun topic, and I was going to see what you guys think when I release it. So with my mom coming back this week, I figure I'll spend this week editing these videos that have been sitting there, and I'll release those this week. And then I do have on my list, and I thought that maybe you guys might like this a lot more. I have on my list, she's a medium, but she's the one who taught Ed and Lorraine Warren, right? And so it's going to be like a combination of a medium video and an Ed and Lorraine video. I don't know what all dirt and things I can pull up on her, but like I was planning to research her and seeing what I could find. So I was thinking maybe that for next week. And then I have to get the medium. What I do have is me and the research team have been, we've been working on going through all the meta studies and all the scientific studies on mediums, and we have like a bunch of feedback and reports and stuff. And I am planning to write, if I have time, I'm planning to, no, I'm planning to do this, write an article for the Skeptical Inquirer to accompany a video with that. So that's what I'm going to, I do want to work on that, and I wanted to work on that maybe even the week after next, but then the Warren thing with their medium might be easier, but like I've been putting off the meta study thing because I know it's a lot of data, and I'm just like, I'm feeling stressed because of my mom, and I just keep putting it off. It's the ADHD in me that's putting it off. It really is. Good evening from Norway. Yeah, welcome. Elizabeth, right? Or did you guys say it like differently? Like Elizabeth? Elizabeth? I don't know. All right. I'm not skinny. I'm not very curvy. I'm just me. Yeah. Like I'm very curvy. I have a lot of curves, which guys are like really into. So I'm like, oh, okay. So needless to say, yeah, I have dated a bunch of people a lot since I left my ex, and my tolerance is very I break up with a lot of them. I break up with a lot of people, or I'm like one date and I'm like, nope. I have so many red flag triggers now. I'm just like, oh, God. And saying like, I don't even know. I can't imagine dating at this point, because the last time I tried dating after my last person that I was in a relationship with, which I really liked him, but I was ignoring gut feelings. And I'm like, okay, when I date, now I'm not going to ignore gut feelings. And I went on some first dates, and I'm like, yeah, the gut feelings, man. Because every person I dated, gut feeling, and it always came out to be true. There's like something I recognize in somebody. And I read like that and this is where like, I don't think it's psychic abilities. I was watching a thing, and they were talking about how like neurodivergent people are just like really good at knowing what's good. Like we recognize little micro things in people, and we just know what's going to happen. Right. And it's like, yeah, I've done that my whole life, and I thought it was psychic abilities, but it's not. Like I recognize now it's not. And the people out there who think that they're psychic, that's what they're doing. The ones who truly do and have had good results, like they are 100%. They recognize these little micro motions, micro movements, micro facial expressions. Like there's just so much stuff I process when somebody's talking and everything. And I know I don't vocalize it enough in my videos, and I want to try to get better at that. And I'm trying to get better at doing that when we watch psychics together, or when I'm showing you guys something. There's a lot of stuff that I realize when I rewatch it with you guys during a premiere or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I didn't really explain this to you guys, but this is what was going. And I'm so bad at it, and I don't even notice it during editing. I notice it like a few days later, right? So it's like, yeah, I want to try to like describe to you the stuff I'm seeing, but I don't realize I'm seeing it. It's so weird. It's hard to explain, but I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to get better at telling you guys about it. My niece is a narcissist, sociopath. When she starts to rage, her eyes turn black. One side of her face looks like she's having a stroke. Yeah, some people get like, yeah. It's like not even just micro expressions. Like it's also, there's micro tones in a person's voice that I hear. There's words that they choose to use. And yes, the micro expressions. There's also micro body language as well. Definitely the words too that they choose to use. Those are the gut feeling things that kind of have popped up in dating for me. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Just crushing any girl or woman that looks cute. Yeah, and that's saying I'm a, what do they call it? Demisexual. I do not find anyone attractive until I get to know them. So I'm not great at like I really don't find anyone attractive until I get to know them. So it's like for me, I'm not really choosing people based on looks, other than there's like certain looks that I just don't. there's some like certain things I'm like, no, just immediately. And like some of them are related to exes. So, I think that's just trauma or something. Hey, American Zombie. Big fan of the debunking, open-minded but skeptical too. Yeah, I mean that's how I am too, right? So like I do think there's obviously more to the universe than and the world and everything. Our lives are so short. Like there's more to life than we understand. And we're not I really don't think we're going to get the answers, but it's fun to think about and talk about. But there's a lot of grifters in this field. So, yeah. Go to lives, feel less alone. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was doing at one point. I was doing like a lot of Twitch lives and gaming stuff at the time. And that's when I was still with the ex. And I would go to the lives to feel like less alone because we did. I ended up like very, I don't know. I ended up like, what is it? Like not really talking to friends and stuff. Like he wouldn't care if I went out and stuff. And he wouldn't, it's hard to explain. It was like he wouldn't care and he really wouldn't care in the moment. But then, like, a few days later, he would, like, throw something back at me that had nothing to do with me going out, but clearly it was connected, Like, I don't even think he was aware that he was doing it. Like, I don't think that he was even aware of the stuff that he was doing half the time. Pattern recognition. Yeah, and pattern recognition is part of it, too. The dating scene is really it's not necessarily complex. It's just weird now because the internet has made us weird. Like we're in like this weird, it's a strange environment. We're all in a very strange environment. So, and with COVID, like some of the younger people, like what was it, Gen Z or something, who like kind of did their high school and even someone did like the early 20s during COVID when everyone was told to be at home and they lost some of that socialization. So it's a little bit tough. Two-ply, hey, I did, your premiere went off after I hit my live. I'm so sorry. It's my bad. I did not mean to overlap your premiere. I was trying to avoid Ghosts on Trent. And then I was like, they'll be done by 4. And I remember seeing at your premiere, but for some reason I thought you started at like 5 or 6. So I was like, I thought we were good. I thought we'd be good for 4 o'clock for a bit. Yeah, I apologize. All right. Sorry. I don't mean to say when I'm reading. I'm saying because I'm trying to figure out where I left off. Okay, I'm sorry. I say it a lot. I've noticed it when I go back to edit stuff. Got tired of rejection or behaving like it's not me. Sorry, Mike, you're saying. Got tired of rejection or behaving like it's not me. My friend, tired of rejection or behaving like it's not. I don't know what you mean by that. Behaving like it's not me. Huh? My friend of mine is muscle man with big mouth, not much content, but girls. I don't like guys with a ton of muscles. I'm goth, okay, like, if I'm weird, all right? Like, I mean, physically, yeah, if if a guy is, like, okay, tall, but, like, lanky, if he looks kinda dead in his skin or something, and if he has nice hair, dark eyes, like, physically, I like that stuff. I actually don't like guys with big muscles because I find it kinda off-putting. I don't care for it. I really don't care for it. I'm gonna have to look into micro expressions. I think it would be hard for something to train yourself to do. I don't know. Like if someone out there has trained themselves to recognize micro expressions, let me know. I wonder how hard it would be to train yourself to do if you don't already do it. Like if you've never done it your whole life and to train yourself. I wonder what that would be like. What is it with grandiose narcissists who abuse alcohol and target empaths? It's a very common thing. It's like they feed their whole life energy needs to come from empaths or, whatever, overshares or whatever it might be. It's important to use intuition when choosing a partner. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's intuition. It really is. Like, not to call it like anything psychic or whatever. It's just humans have intuition. It's those gut feelings we get. Something feels off. We need to start listening to it. I think that's one of the problems we don't do nowadays. If I get my flat house, I'll just go out to restaurants and pubs by myself just to meet people. Yeah, it's saying you got to go out and do things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bad boy thing is so annoying. I kind of like the bad boy thing, to be honest. I haven't dated in ages. It's too weird, right, Roger? But the bad boy thing, it never leads to good. Like, but you know, I find it fun. That's it. So I realize though, like, it never leads to anything good. I tend to front stack my negatives. I'm talking to a girl. Yeah, don't do that. If you talk down about yourself, and any girl's gonna avoid you. Like, just you gotta not do that. You really gotta not do that. Like, just to be honest, like, just don't. Almost all women will tell you, no, no, don't do that. Finally nursed my hangover. Oh, nice, nice. Hey, Spange. Spange? Spange? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I guess that explains low birth rates. I can explain to you low birth rates, but it'll get political. I will tell you exactly why there's low birth rates, but it might get a little too political for stream. I'm rubbish at reading faces. Yeah, it's the thing. I read faces like too much. But then I ignore things. I'm like, well, you know, maybe it won't be so bad, or maybe, you know, that's what you tell yourself, right? You're like, well, I'll give him a chance. You know, I'll give him a chance. And like, I have people like, I'm like, my standards are so high now. And I was talking to my neighbors, and there's neighbors and people I hang out with. But especially during the summer, we're all like sitting around the fire. And then the one neighbor's like, well, you're not giving people a chance. You're missing out on opportunities. I'm like, I've spent my whole life giving people a chance, and they've all let me down. So no, now I'm going to be, she wants a vampire. Yeah. Honestly, if they look like a vampire, I will probably, that's probably the only time I would be like physically attracted to somebody immediately. I'm really bad for that. Are you more Peter Steele or Robert Smith type of lady? Who are those people? Let me see. I have to look them up. Toxic masculinity is cringe. It really is. It's disgusting. That's you want to know the low birth rates? That's what it is. It's the toxic masculinity. Like 100%. That's what it is. Robert. Oh, also everyone's too broke to have a kid. That's the other side. It's like a 50%, 50% of both. What is it? Robert Smith, and who's the other one that you said? Shit. Where'd it go? I want to look him up. I think I scrolled up too high. Did I? Shit, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Peter Steele. Okay, hold on. I'm looking it up. Peter Steele, Robert Smith. No, I never found him attractive. No. Peter Steele. He's too muscly. Although I love O Negative. Like, I love that band, Typo Negative. Oh my God. I grew up with, oh my God. I listen to that so much. Yes, he has the look and the face that I like, but he's too muscly. I don't like, I don't like the muscly. But yeah, he'd be the closer thing to, I guess I would lean more towards that, but too muscly. The guy from The Crow. Yeah, Brandon Lee. Yeah, that's that. I like that. The original Crow. I know he's gone, but he was very, very good looking. Yeah. Also like Trent Reznor back in the day. And I was in love with Marilyn Manson. Like, to be honest, I even dated someone. No, I saw someone who, he was an asshole, but he looked exactly like Marilyn Manson. And I saw him for a while, and I was just kind of like into how he looked. I did not like him as a person. Being funny and self-deprecating just got me the, oh, you're like a brother to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't do that. Funny is fine, but not self-deprecating. Don't self-deprecate. It turns us off. It really does. What did surprise me is one friend, after I'd known her for a few years, said I was so nice. She thought I was gay. I have done that to a guy by accident. Like, I have pretty good gaydar. And because, you know, I grew up in the LGBTQ community, and I have pretty good gaydar, but I've gotten it wrong like twice in my life, where I thought someone was gay and I didn't realize that they weren't. I was like, oops, I am so sorry. I'm frustratingly good at reading people. Most people come to me for my opinion because I end up being right more than not. Yeah, that ends up happening to me too. And then some people are like, "You're too opinionated," or blah 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 blah. And I would get that a lot. And I'm like, okay, well then don't come to me asking for my opinion. And then I also like I'm a fixer too, and I have a tendency to want to be a fixer and like help fix things for people. And sometimes I forget that like because I sometimes just need to vent, and I forget sometimes that people need to vent. And so I'm really bad for trying to help fix problems to help my friends and people I like. Um, and I have to try to reel myself back. Or sometimes like just try to tell my friends like just interrupt me and be like, I just want to vent. I'm not looking for answers. Like just remind me because I do tend to want to try to fix things for people. I feel like the online dating scene is so toxic at this point. I don't think it's really toxic. I think it's just weird. It's like back in the day we got to know people a little bit, so we would immediately know when someone was a creep. Whereas like now people are hiding behind a screen, so it takes us actually having to go out and waste our time putting on makeup and getting dressed up to go out and meet someone just to figure out that they're a total creep. Yeah. The guy from The Crow, Brandon Lee. Yes, Brandon Lee. He's hot. Yeah. Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, no, I found him very attractive when I was younger. That is attractiveness. Yes, just pure attractiveness. Yeah, that's the look I like. So, O Negative, such a great band. Yeah, yeah. Nine Inch Nails, Manson. Yeah, and the stuff that came out with Manson. I don't know what to believe anymore. Like, did you see the update on him? I honestly don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe. It's a tough one. Yeah. Cause yeah, I grew up like honest God, I grew up like I was obsessed with Manson. I was like the only person in my friend group. I had every album and LP and I had so much Manson stuff. Like his book I read over and over. Like I was so obsessed with him. It was bad. It was bad. And like and then all that shit came out and I was like, oh man. And then like new stuff came out. I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore. My sister used to date Marilyn Manson. Used to call her family Homeland. Oh, Marilyn. Okay. The only time I ever was off with my gaydar was on myself. Oh, like you were denying that you were gay. Yeah. So out of touch, I don't recognize most of the people being referred to. It makes me feel old. The people we're talking about are not young people. The people that we're talking about are like I think it dates us in chat and me. I think that you'd be able to figure out our ages based on the people that we're talking about right now. Um, it's not young. It's not young. I got in the habit of prefacing every vent with this is just venting. Yeah, and like honestly, my friends like I really encourage my friends and people to tell me that because I'll try to fix. I'm always a fixer. I have a bad habit of trying to be a fixer. So like someone just needs to vent. Like I really appreciate when they preface it with it. Just because I'm really bad at recognizing those moments. Yeah. Um Male-centered women. Oh my god, the pick me girls. Yes, Lacey. I had a bunch of those and I've realized now, no pick me girls. No, no, no. Never again. Yeah, like I grew up around all of them. And that's why I always hated women because I'm like, they're so mean. Like, you know, and then that's when I discovered that there's pick me girls and there's girls. And so, like, yeah, you don't want to associate with pick me girls. I don't associate with people anymore. Too many fakers and bullshitters. There are a lot. Yeah. Because of abuse bullying, I started to read people's facial expressions or try to protect myself. Yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, like I do that. I feel like I do it better now after getting out of that. But there's a lot of times where I let things slide, and then I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have let it slide. Because it blows up in my face later. It all comes back. The Manson stuff is really quite a knot. It really is. Like, I have thoughts on it, but it's not for a live stream. Um, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I do have thoughts and they come from like a place of yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had like import CDs. Man, I collected like shit that it was like the same song, but it was like this is in a different language, so I'd buy it. Like I was so obsessed with Manson, honestly. It was so bad. Marilyn Manson's a better actor than singer. I think that he's a better writer than than all of it. Yeah. I would say like his writing is the best and I like his singing, but I like weird voices too. You got to realize like the people I listen to, I like a little bit of a strange voice. And I also like people that, and I just recently learned this because someone complained that I do it all the time. It's called vocal fry. And I love that in a singer's voice. I'm doing it right now and I don't even realize it's like I've been doing this my whole life. And people leave my comments on YouTube recently and they're like, I hate how you vocal fry. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I Googled it. I was like, oh, well, that's not going away. I've been doing this my whole life. The hilarity of young people discovering that Peter Steele did Playgirl and that Playgirl in high school. Wait, are young people actually into Peter Steele? Wait, are they making a comeback? Did I miss something with Typo Negative? People pleaser my entire life. Yeah, I have been a people pleaser my whole life. I am still really bad for that. I think part of it is Canadianisms too, where we tend to do it a lot. Hey, Andy. Yeah, cheers. Hope it all works out for you. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I love KMFDM. I do love KMFDM. Oh, God. There was a guy in my high school that, like, he was really into KMFDM. And he looked like Trent Reznor. And I was like, I do have a type. When it comes to just physical looks, yeah, I have a type. But it's rare that you find one of those out in the world at, my age. Do you like Tori Amos? That sounds familiar. Marilyn Manson was awesome, and Jawbreaker and Party Monster. Oh my God, Party Monster, such a good movie and an interesting story. That is a very interesting story. I do recommend watching it. It is a very disturbing movie. Like it actually did give me nightmares. It really did. Tori Amos. What does she sing? This name sounds familiar. What's her like famous song? I obviously can't play her songs right now. What's a famous song of hers? This name sounds familiar. Don't like vocal fry. I do it all the time, so I don't know. I can't stop it. I've always done it. I used to love her, but she went off the rails with some of her later albums. Oh, did she? Like, what's an old famous song that I would know? Manson's story is very unique. The story of the worm's transformation into the thing I really loved about Manson is I was very like anti-authority and anti-government, like my whole life, pretty much. And like his songs, and that's why I also loved Eminem. I wasn't attracted to Eminem, but Manson. So like growing up, I would honestly listen to Manson or Eminem because I love the lyrics and like what they stood for and like things that they were saying and the stuff that they were doing. So breaks my heart. I can't enjoy his work anymore. Yeah, it's a tough one because like I don't know. I have thoughts. I can't talk about them here. KMFDM since the early 90s. Yeah, I remember when they went to MDFMK. MDFMK. I had those albums too. Yeah. So many people I listened to back in the day are now problematic. It's upsetting. I remember when I was 16. Yeah, I was saying, I mean, the internet came out. Now we like know everything about each other. Like TikTok, young people be wilding on our era's hotties. Oh, are they just like, they're seeing people from our era and they're like, damn, like, must be Canadian deep down. Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. We do tend to be overly polite and that turns into people pleasing. Yeah. Professional Widow remix, big hit. Okay, I can't listen to any of these because my thing will get copyrighted. I'll listen to some of her stuff after and I'll see. Like vocal fry, Dion, it's when I go, hey, how's it going? That's vocal fry. And I do it at the end of all my set. I'm doing it right now. I don't mean to do it. It just happens. Tori Amos Crucify. Okay, I'll have to take a look. I love the Doors back in the day. Yeah, Tori did a song with Trent Reznor. Oh, I might know her from that because I did collect all of Trent Reznor's stuff and like the Nine Inch Nails. I was really into like Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, Korn. Loved Korn. I just love the bass. I love bass. So like just music. I just liked Korn because of the music. I love bass. The Anti-Authority. I loved the Anti-Authority stuff when I was younger. I mean, I still did it. Man, I went to like protests and stuff too. Like I was doing stuff. Yeah. And that's why I got into politics. That's why I worked in politics for like 20 years. Much older than most of y'all. Yeah, yeah. There are some people like there's people I look at my analytics on YouTube and there's people that are in there's an age group of like I think it's like 75 to like 90 or something. And there's people that watch me in that age group. And I'm just like, damn, like good on you because my mom can't work a fucking TV. Like good on you for figuring out how to work YouTube, right? So Corn, yeah, the sound is just so good. And that's the thing, I love the bass. And even because I will listen to heavy metal and music like that, but I love like the rave. I got really into rave at one point during my high school career. I think it was like 16, age 16. I did a year of the rave kid look. And I just loved drum and bass. I love bass. Crystal Method, yeah, yeah, yeah. My Chemical Romance, I don't think I really like them too much, but I think I like one of their songs and I can't remember. David Lee Roth and Prince. Yeah, Prince, Purple Rain, that is still my favorite from Prince. Yeah. I feel like if I like the music but find out bad things about the artist these days, I just appreciate the music. Yeah, it's what I got to start doing because I've always done a thing where like I will watch a TV show or movie and I never want to hear I don't read tabloids. I don't want to hear about people like the famous people in their real life because I've done it in the past and it ruins like iconic movies and TV shows for me that were like so important to me when I was growing up. And then I find out about who this person really is. And I'm like, oh, well, that ruins it all. Like, what was it? I think fucking Chris, he ruined the Handmaid's Tale TV show for me the other day. Just like, fuck. Okay. Yeah. I don't like to hear about actors. I hear about them anyways, but I really try not to. Yeah. Mike, do you know Voivod? No, I don't think I've ever heard of them. No. I wonder if you got a spirit audience. Let's ask Teresa Caputo. Yeah. In my 60s, listen to you all the time. I'm fluid on computer and tech. Yeah, my mom struggles so much, man. I'm just like, you're not like, there's people that I like, look who Kenny Biddle had on his show on Friday. He's like older than my mom, and well, I don't know his age, but you know what I mean. Like he looks like I remember my grandpa was getting up there, and he kind of looks like my grandpa, just shorter, because everyone in my family is super tall. And I'm like, this guy's like using all this cool equipment, all these computer stuff he's talking about, and my mom, meanwhile, is like, I don't know how to use the phone. I'm just like, oh my god. Crystal meth, I haven't heard of that in forever. Yeah, yeah. Love that Corn Estate, pretty unproblematic. Yeah, yeah. It's a really good soundtrack is The Queen of the Dam. Okay, I loved Anne Rice growing up. The Queen of the Dam movie sucked, but Anne Rice had like her cancer came back in the middle of it, and then that girl also passed away in that plane crash or whatever. Anyway, the movie wasn't the greatest, but Stewart though, he's hot. Who played Lestat? I love Lestat. And that soundtrack though for Queen of the Damned, that is like my favorite soundtrack, I think, for movies. I would say Queen of the Damned, then The Crow or The Matrix, the first Matrix. That's tied. It depends which mood I'm in. Those are like the two soundtracks I would listen to a lot over and over and over, or three, I guess. Yeah. Voivod is a great Canadian band. Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Pro metal punk band. If it's too punk, I don't like punk like the skater kids. Those of you who are 90s kids, like the skater kids. What would they listen to? Like Blink 182 and like, oh god, what was that band? The guy had like green hair. I hated them. I hated the music. Oh god, what was his stupid name? I hate that music. I don't like skater music. I don't like skater punk music. Yeah. But I like Sid Vicious punk. I like 80s punk. I don't like 90s punk. Yeah. And for me, it's just hypocrisy from the League Creative. It can make things feel insincere, retrospect. My former two favorite artists both ruined for me, but I can enjoy Sick City by Charles Manson. I have a redeeming thought on Marilyn Manson, but it's just something I can't talk about here. It's a tough one. Yeah. Still a fan of Manson. Met a few years back. Found to be a complete gentleman. So I agree. It's hard to know. Yeah, I can't talk about it. It gets too. The thing that would help give you guys some clarity. I can't. I can't talk about it. I can't. Artists have been side eye for years. So many beloved artists were inappropriate. That's true too. I mean, look at even like art. Like I love art, and there's some painters like even back in the day that were not appropriate people too, right? So it's one of those things. Sometimes you got Green Day. Yes, I hate Green Day. Sometimes you gotta like just you just gotta appreciate the art. Yeah, yeah. Also, like with Manson. Antichrist Superstar, the message in all those songs was probably the most prolific messages, I think, for me. And at that time in his career, he wasn't as sorry, I said that really loud. He wasn't as substance abuse ridden as he ended up. So like his mindset was different. So like I'm trying to appreciate the art because I do really like art too. And some of the artists I like are like not good people. Like painters, from back in the day. It's so tough, right? That's why I really do try to go out of my way to like not learn anything personal about any artists because it ruins it. Natural Born Killer soundtrack. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Trent Reznor, I liked his. Remember when he went solo and did that one album and it was like a lot of instrumental stuff? I really liked that, but I don't always like all of his. Oh, the Resident Evil soundtrack. Yes, that Resident Evil, the first movie, that soundtrack is really good. Really good. Yeah. I swear I'm not trying to bait you to your emancipation. No, I know it's like I would like to give it, but it's like it's weird. It's not appropriate for a live stream that can be replayed by people. Yeah. I hate Blink. They threw glass beer bottles at us when we were backstage. Really? Oof. God. Being a people pleaser usually starts as a child because of lack of love and affection. Honestly, a lot of Canadians I know are people pleaser. Like we do it to each other. It's like it's Canadian patriotism to be too polite, and we end up being people pleasers. It is a problem. Like a lot of us in Canada do it. But if like someone not from our country tries to walk all over like a fellow, we get angry if someone outside of our country is picking on. Yeah, we get like this weird like I don't know. Any thoughts on Slip? I love Slipknot. Well, I like half their stuff. I like half like because the one guy has a really good singing voice, but some of their songs, they never do any actual singing. It's just the screaming. And I really like the one guy's singing voice. So I like all their songs that have some singing in them. But not all their songs. So not all their songs have that. But all the songs that do have singing, because I like screaming with singing. I don't like just screaming, right? Um, Oh yeah, and talk about vocal fry too. Typo Negative is probably all vocal fry, but I love it. It's vocal fry singing. It's so good, so good. Oh, the Spawn soundtrack. That's a good one too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a really good. Yeah, there's a bunch of good artists that came together for that one. Um, I did an album called Ghosts Instrumentals. I love instrumentals. I do listen to a lot of instrumental stuff. All right, Mystic Mima, have a good one. Slipknot's Iowa is an amazing album. You have to take a look at it. There's a bunch of Slipknot songs that I do listen to a lot and I do listen to over and over and they are on my playlist. But it's like, yeah, if there's no singing in it, then I don't care for just screaming. I like singing. Corey Taylor has an amazing singing voice. That's the Slipknot. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like Vermilion. I like the slower songs because his singing voice is so good, man. Like them not using him to sing in every song, I feel like is like they're not utilizing him fully. Like his voice is amazing. It's really good. Even Ton's music has vocal fry. Yeah, yeah. Like, and that's saying any female. I'm really picky on female artists. I don't listen to a lot of female artists, and I think it's because I don't like high pitched voices. But like for instance, I really like Britney Spears when she went into her like bad girl era because her vocal fry, she just let it out and she was doing like sexy voice, and I was like, I'm down for this. I like odd female voices. I don't like female voices that are like Fiona Apple. I love that. I love her voice. Devin Townsend is one of my favorites. He's Canadian. I have to take a look at that. Yeah. You might like Stone Sour. That's Corey's softer band. Oh, I didn't know he had a softer band. Okay, okay. I'll have to take a look because I still do like the heavy side of it. I don't like fully soft. But you know, I really like his singing voice. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, folks, gotta drop out of chat for now. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Right, have a good one. Have you all listened to AI music? AI made a hilarious song called "My Arms Are Just Effing Stuck Like This." I don't think I've seen that, but if any of you are into, I know I don't like to admit this. If any of you are in a girl world, um, there's on Spotify. There's a band called Amberlyn Reed, and it's AI album, and it's actually really well. We think it's AI, but it's really well done. Like it's surprisingly well done. Fiona Apple. Yeah, it's like because when I go to karaoke, it's like I only really sing along to guy songs, and I don't. It doesn't sound right when I sing it because. Whoops, sorry, sorry, my bad. This is probably why I have a vocal fry. Because since I was very young, I was into like heavy music stuff, and I would always listen to. It was mainly men because there wasn't like really a whole lot of women, but now we have a few really good female artists that do the screamy. But I would try to sound like I try to match pitch. So when I sing, I go deep because I grew up going like it sounds okay, that sounds bad. I grew up trying to like imitate men's voice. So when we go to karaoke, I'm like I got to pick like songs that are like Fiona Apple. And also, I'm really good at doing country. I hate country music, but I'm really good at singing it. I have a voice for country. Like, yeah, yeah. Same for me on female voices. I prefer soul and jazz female singers. Billie Holiday, yeah. Janis Joplin. Yeah, I never liked Janis Joplin, but I understand the appeal because I also like the odd voices too. Like Billie Eilish, I really like her. Um, Let me bring up my playlist and see. So I do like Billie Eilish. Oh, there's actually a couple good female songs that female artists that I've caught. Oh, another good one is Witch with a Z. Witches, sorry, with a Z on Spotify. 10 out of 10, I recommend. Um, oh yeah, this guy Dax. He does this Joker song that's really good. If you guys are into like drum and bass and things like that, Anima, Chris Avantgarde, also amazing. Like the show that he does, the live show he does is so fucking good. Yeah, some of you don't like Janice. Yeah, yeah, she's an acquired taste, but I understand where it's coming from. Oh yeah, instrumental. My favorite instrumentalist is probably Peter Gundry. He does very dark instrumentals, very good. I do recommend him. Matt for Lashes, if you're like a witchy type person or pagan-y type person, Bat for Lashes, all of her stuff, I love her voice, and all of her stuff is very pagan coded. And so her songs, it's very fun. Diggy Graves, I like him. I listen to a lot of music, it's all over the place. Um, oh, there's a Canadian singer. Her name is and I don't know how to pronounce it. Nemahsis. She's Islam. I don't know what country she's from, but I know she follows Islam. And she has some really good music. I really love her stuff. Yeah. Tate McRae, that's one that I've been into as well lately. These are new like female artists. Oh, Labor, the song Labor by Paris Paloma. That one is an amazing one. I also really like fiddle and like violin stuff. So Lindsay Sterling, that's and Gabriel Saban, he does bassist stuff. Oh, so good. Oh, the Cranberries, that's another female artist I like. I do like Sia for whatever reason. I just her songs, her music's like a little bit bassy, and I think that's why I like it. Um, all right. PJ Harvey, Four Track Demons, 60s, 70s classic rock music lover. Never heard of the bands or singers you've been mentioning. The ones I'm reading off to you now are kind of like newer ones, but I recommend them. Like they're really good, yeah. OTAP is a good female metal singer. Yeah, what's name? There's a woman that's I can't remember her name right now, and she works with oh, I'll get to it. She's on YouTube. She's got an amazing like heavy metal voice, and she's a woman. Oh, Portishead. Yes, I love Portishead. Yeah, so good. Let's see what else am I into here on this. Garbage. That's another one that I actually liked when I was younger. These are like the female vocalists kind of sound that I like. Whereas like with men, it's kind of like I'm pretty open to like many different styles with men, but women I'm very picky with how they sound. Piano arrangements are nice. Yeah, I love piano stuff. I mean, my favorite classical is Beethoven that I listen to. I was named after a Beethoven song too. There's a lot of I call it sexy music that's on Spotify. These are like new artists and their songs are very they're like they're very explicit. They're very good though. I've got a few of them. What is it? Oh, it's Pierce, Sam Tinnis, Sir Silly, Cyrus K. Knight. I listen to like a lot of this sexy music. um, let's see what else is there. Oh, what's the name of that pagan band? One of you guys mentioned it the other day, and they sing in the different languages, like the old ancient languages and stuff, in different versions, like different a bunch of different languages that they mix together. It's really good. It's really good. Um, I was trying to find something for you guys, and I can't remember what it was now. I'm just slowly. Oh, other good. Zoe Clark is another good female artist. Morgan St. Jean, amazing female artist. And if you like the whole female empowerment thing, 100% recommend her for sure. Uh, Arc Enemy is definitely good. Okay. If I listen to all this heavy metal rock, also Britney Spears, Shania Twain. Yeah. Heilung? Heilung? I might be saying it wrong. Yes, that's the one. That's the pagan band. Very good. Very good. I love them. Yeah, Shania Twain, that's the thing. If I'm doing karaoke, it'll be Shania Twain or Fiona Apple. That's my singing voice. Like that that's the closest like that I can kind of match. But if I'm listening to someone else's vocals, I do tend to be able to kind of get in there and match them a little bit better. But if I'm doing it by myself without their vocals, like if I can't hear their vocals, then it'd be Shania Twain and Fiona Apple. Oh, X Habit. That's sexy times music. These are newer artists and they're lesser known, like they're on Spotify. I recommend them though; they're very good. Chandler Leighton is another good one. Steven Rodriguez, another sexy artist. Um, let's see. Oh, Tool. I listened to tons of Tool when I was younger. That was a huge one for me too. I love Tool. I just like the music. I don't even think I even understood any of the lyrics. I just like the music. Uh, High Lungs Incredible. Yeah, yeah. I might be saying it wrong. I'm sorry. Get in the mood for some Shania Twain. So I never really liked her music, but I can sing her music. There's very little country I like. Like I like The Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks. Shania Twain was like a little too poppy for me. But I do like Carrie Underwood sometimes. I get in a Carrie Underwood vibe. I don't know. There's a few of her songs that I really like. Like that. Ooh. Oh yeah, I can sing her. Yeah, that one about the cheating song or whatever of hers is really good. And then she has one that's like really sad and it's about like the world and like the cycle of life. It's really good. Game of Thrones music. Yeah, I don't really do anything with Game of Thrones. I don't really like to support that writer either. He's a creep. I love the Velvet Underground, the movie. Yeah, and the soundtrack. Yeah, yeah. I can sing Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah. Ooh, Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi's always good to like get like just get the energy moving. Pre-Columbian folk metal. Cian? Okay, I'll have to check that out. Constantinople. Oh yeah, that's a funny one. Yeah. Um, Love me some 60s, 80s country. Yeah, I don't really like country. Yeah. Yeah, the Thunder Roll song, that's a good one. If that's on, I won't turn it off. If other country songs are like, I would say Thunder Rolls and that Cheating song, because like those two songs, I'm like, yeah, I get into them. It's like Bon Jovi. If Bon Jovi's on, I won't turn it off. But I don't really go out of my way to turn them on. But if if they do get turned on, I get into it. I just tend to like not really like they're not even on my playlist. So Chandler Leighton is a female artist though. She's very good. She's very good. Uh, Eminem. I do love Eminem a lot. I also like Spanish stuff too. So Bad Bunny, I recommend as well. Metallica, I would listen to a lot of too. I kind of stopped listening. They kind of pissed me off during I remember the Napster era where they're like, oh, we're never going to put our music on streaming devices. Like they were like the last one in the world to put their music on streaming devices. And that kind of pissed me off. And I did stop listening to them at the time because I'm like, man, change with the times or get out. So I did kind of boycott them for a while because of that. Philip Lakovic, if you guys are into like instrumental stuff and folk kind of like music and like stuff that you would see in like a D&D campaign or like on an RPG, I recommend like all of Philip, all of his music. Excellent artists, lesser known artists. These are just like these people aren't like super famous, they're just on Spotify. So same as again, Bryce Savage, Sexy Time Music, Bryce Savage. Oh, him, they're really good. Wicked Game is my favorite song, like of all time, and they do a version of Wicked Game that's like a heavy metal version. It's so good. The Cure, I liked only some songs of The Cure. Yeah, it was like the '80s, like goth rock kind of scene is like I liked half of the songs. The other half I didn't really care for. Um, Wayne has good video on Metallica versus Napster. Yeah, I mean, I was alive during it, and I remember specifically getting pissed off at them about it, so I remember all the details of it. I literally stopped listening to them because they actually pissed me off with the way they were talking about it. They were like, "Oh, I just gotta do fucking pool installed," but goddamn Napster, no, we're not even gonna let you play us on Apple Music. Like it was so stupid. They actually pissed me off. White Zombie, I like some of his stuff. Power Man 5000, a little bit. Oh yeah, they're like kind of like folksy, weird rock kind of music. What is the one? Ah, shit, I can't remember the name of this band. It'll come to me. I'm going through the list. It should be in here. Yeah, I have a bunch of people in here. Yeah, I have a bunch of the Crow soundtrack. Oh no, they're not on the list. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Lincoln Park, really good. That's another good one. Um, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like it's on the tip of my tongue. It might come to me. It might come to me. All right. I was at. Let's see. If you ever want some Renaissance music, check out Blackmore's Night. It's Richie Blackmore's from Deep Purple and his wife. Okay. I'm very picky with voices on instrumental. I don't really care for voices on instrumental. I like honestly a lot of the stuff I don't listen like I use instrumental to work and stuff and concentrate. If there's voice, I get too into the singing and I don't care for voices. So the other day I was at the dispensary and heard a random remix music from Animal Crossing. Oh god, that's funny. Porcupine Tree. Okay, I haven't heard of them. Yeah, check them out. ASCII sounds awesome. We'll check it out. Grew up listening to Deep Purple and the like. Yeah, Deep Purple's good. Corey Taylor covered Wicked Game once. Also, sorry, I was meaning Curious Chatters. Wang, wait, what? Is Wang the one that? No, wait. Who am I thinking of? Remember, what the fuck is that show? It was like a comic book show. That's making me think of one. And it's like an 80s hairband thing, and it's so good. Um, what's the name of that wrestler? And he turned into an actor, but he's pretty cool and he's really funny. What is his name? He played the second Suicide Squad movie. He played one of the bad guy like people in it. Aeon Flux is really good. Yeah, it's a really good one. That's not a band, but I like the story and everything. God, who am I thinking of? But they ended up giving him, it's John Cena. I think it's John Cena. Yeah. Hold on, wait. I think I can find it if I look up John Cena. Yeah, it's John Cena. Okay. Now let me find his IMDb. Peacemaker. Okay. The the main song for Peacemaker, the TV show, is a banger. It's really good. It's like it reminds me of like the 80s like hair metal bands or whatever. Um hold on, let me get the name of it. It's called like Do You Want to Taste It by Wigwam. That's why it reminded me when you said Wham. Wigwam. They're actually a really fun band. Yeah, they really reminded those 80s hair metal bands, but they're actually modern. But they're over in like I don't know, like Sweden or some shit, Netherlands, I don't know, something like that. I love the 90s artist named Julia Fordham. If you like soulful music, it sort of depends. Kind of picky with, I don't know. Oh, the cat's moving. Also, yeah, ignore the back here. I started ripping stuff off the wall and I haven't gotten back to it yet. Spinal Tap. Yeah, Spinal Tap's good. Aeon Flux, the movie sucked. No. If you go watch Aeon Flux, the original show, it's okay. It's a little bit. I think it's. I think it's actually American, but it looks kind of like manga or whatever, and the show is like X-rated, like the original that wasn't edited, but it's still good. I really love the story, and the Aeon Flux movie, it was crap. It didn't even really cover the story properly. Like the story is really good. I love the story. It is like a sexual oh shit, can I even say that word? I don't even know. It's one of those like the anime with the SE time, but it's a very good story. So Mighty Wind is so funny too. Bizarre Gardening Accident. 80s hair metal is wonderful. Yeah, it's just fun. Yeah, Wigwam, Norwegian. That's it. Yeah. They're fun. Like if you just want to have like a fun song, like they are fun. They're fun. And I do recommend like Do You Want to Taste It? Like listen to that song first of theirs and then listen to like some of the others. Actually listen to the whole soundtrack from the what was the name of that stupid show? Peacemaker. The Peacemaker show is really good. It's sad that they don't have time to do the season 2. It would have been renewed, but none of them have the time for it. And I'm like, I love that show. It's so good. I do really recommend the soundtrack. It's very good. If you just like the like 80s hair band kind of feel and stuff, the soundtrack is really good. Norwegian metal's phenomena. Is it? Yeah. Like I know when I was younger I was really into German metal and what was it? Russian metal back in the day, and that was like German was what? KMFDM and stuff. There were some others I listened to as well. But yeah, I got really into that at one point. Um this whole stream we've literally been talking about music and just the most random shit. I was going I was gonna ask you guys some stuff, but we got sidetracked. I was gonna show you guys how many people do we still have in here? I don't even know how many people are in here. I want to get your guys' opinion on something. Peter Vader, Sophie and the Giants, Dua Lipa are my favorite singers. Soundtrack for the Cursed movie was good too. Movie was so hilariously bad. I feel like I did watch that. Really into some of the Eurovision artists. Yeah, I was into like some Euro. There was some Euro metal and Euro like. It was like rave music, but it wasn't like the mainstream. There was like some weird. What's it called? It's sort of like goth. There was a name for it back in the day. It's like goth, but like rave music. I can't remember the word for it, but there was some really good stuff coming out of Europe in that particular thing. When should you start metal? I can't say it on Adult Swim again. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Florio plus chat equals ADHD power. Yeah, the ADHD goes fucking strong in the live chats. Yeah. Hold on. I want to show you guys something. I don't know how many of you are in here, but hold on. Because the video is going to be weird. So black screen for a minute while I try to get it to reset. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is not going to work, is it? Hold on. Elgato wasn't running. Oops. So this might not work. Oh no. Oh crap. Okay, now you guys are back. I lost you for a second. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to work. God damn it. Come on. I should have. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. Jesus freaking Christ. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can copy the camera from here. Copy. Paste. Okay, camera. We're just gonna wing it. Oh, for fuck's sakes, the filter is gonna be all. Hold on. What do I have on this? Like, let me see. Oh, God, is that even doing anything? Oh, wait. Oh, that is gonna fuck everything up. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's okay. Everything's okay. Maybe. We'll figure it out later. Yeah, this isn't gonna match. It's whatever. It's just okay. I blame Beardo for finding this community. Yeah. Yeah, we can just blame Beardo for like everything that goes wrong. This chat puts my ADHD at ease. Yeah. Dua Lipa, I'll have to check that out. Yeah. Goth rave music reminds me of the indie music used to hear. There was a name for it back in the day. Florio confirmed my husband's feeling that I probably have ADHD. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it helps to like meet other people who have ADHD and they're like, dude, you have ADHD. Cause that's what happened to me. I'm like, I don't know. I think I might talk to my doctor about ADHD. I'm like, I think I might have it. And my friends who have ADHD are like, dude, you have ADHD. They're like, I've known you long enough to tell you have ADHD. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Now oh God, the OCD is kicking in. It's not real OCD, I realize. Blame Beardo. Okay, yeah, there's no one else to blame. Was the term cybergoth? No, it was like, fuck, what was it? It was industrial something. Industrial music was like, and I loved industrial music, but it was like industrial music, but it was like also plus something. But it was in the industrial music area. It was like, yeah. Hold on, let me bring this up. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. What's the screen look like right now? I don't want to like, I don't know what we're looking at. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh my God. Sorry, choking. Hello? Why is this not working? Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, I think it was industrial rave, but it was like, but the stuff coming out of Europe was like, there was like a goth aspect too. It was like mainly out of Germany and Russia. And it was very gothy, but like ravey, but like industrial. It was weird. Yeah. It was like an old, like, it was like a 90s term or something. All right. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. No, emo is what happened after the goths, and emos were like not, yeah. Goth people did not like emos. No, it was a term for the style of music that was coming out of, and maybe it was just something that was called that by Americans. I don't know. It was like what they were calling the music that was coming. It was out of like Europe, but like mainly German, Russia kind of deal. And it was like industrial music, but like goth. So it was a weird one. It only was around for a short time, but I was really into it because I like both. All right, can you guys see this? So I want to get your guys' opinion on like, do you think I don't know how many of you are in here, but we'll see. I might make a video and then try to, although I kind of have a video coming out. Um so there's like these weird see, I don't know if this gets too political, but like it's not really political, it's religious. Okay? So like um there's like these weird channels that are popping up and they happen on like TikTok too, where they're like I'm kind of looking at like okay, this ex Satan worshiper explains the dangers of black magic, or like they're like an ex witch, like this one ex medium, like, and they find God, right? But like the thing is I've listened to some of these and I've been sent stuff, and I listen to them and I'm like, I can tell you for a fact, any of the ones who are like, I used to be a witch or I used to be a so and so or whatever, that they're lying because how they explain like witchcraft or how they explain what they were in is literally not true. And it's literally the version that the churches teach. And I'm like, I kind of want to do like, because I'm a witch, right? So like, I kind of want to do like, I don't know. I want to kind of like do like a critique of some of these videos to be like, you're lying. Like you're making this up because you're trying to sell some like weird, you know, anti-pagan ideology or some crap. And like, I know some of them get a little political, I realize. But like, I don't know if this is something that you guys would like to hear, but I'm thinking about just choosing the stuff that's like, okay, we're going to stay away from certain topics, obviously. But I'm thinking about choosing the stuff that's like witches, like related to witches, right? They found God. Where was he hiding? Yeah, right? Seeing an interview with one of these women and was unusual. Yeah, like I was thinking about choosing the ones that are sort of religion based. I wasn't going to get into the politics ones because I know that's a whole like thing right now, especially. And I try to keep this channel like not very political, just so that people can have like a place we have strong opinions here and we're still a debunking community, but people are still like they still consume content like all of us as still entertainment. But it's like we don't want to get too political because people are trying to escape the crap going on. You know, like I understand people don't want to be reminded of everything constantly. So it's like I'm trying to avoid politics, but I really like have strong opinions on people that are like they make up lies about witches and pagan religions. And I'm like, I kind of want to do some like videos on this, but I don't know if that's pushing an envelope to talk about religion. But that's the thing. If there's people that are in my yeah, like if there's people that are sub to me that are like the like severe, you know, the like what do they call them? Like those evangelical like the end times are coming, like everyone's evil and you have to find Jesus. Like I don't care for people like that anyway because they only complain about everyone anyhow. They're not very nice people, you know? Like they don't act like Christians, right? None of these people act like Christians, right? So Patty Negri has popped up again. Oh yeah, I know she's the worst. The one I watched was like a poster video to join religion. Yeah, that's how they play it, right? It's like, and I recognize it because like I grew up on the other side of the church. Like I never ever grew up in a church. The closest thing I had to any sort of religion, Christian related, was maybe Rosicrucian, and Rosicrucian was more like I was kind of watching the origins of Hermeticism, which esoterica, by the way, guys, esoterica, go watch his stuff if you're into history. I love history stuff. I like the Hermeticism stuff. That's kind of what Rosicrucian was sort of like. It had like its roots in some ancient Egyptian Hermeticism stuff, and then like it got turned to the Rosy Cross stuff, which was technically Christian. Like, so it's like the closest thing I've ever like done to like, I don't know, Bible religion, and it wasn't at all Bible related. Like the Rosicrucian does not. It's just I know that its roots come from it, right? So I definitely like never grew up in the church. I never grew up with this whole idea of a monotheistic religion, you know, because even Rosicrucian, it actually wasn't really a religion. It was, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Rosicrucian is hard to explain. So like, it's like, you know, I can kind of offer an opinion on these things when I watch them and I'm like, you're literally lying. Like you never were a witch. I love, oh, there's a TikTok I saw the other day and she's like, I'm a second generation white witch. Like there's no way you're a second generation because then the stuff that she goes on to say isn't true at all, especially not from a white witch. And like, there's no way that it's just not true. You're literally spreading propaganda from the weird evangelical Christian churches that try to push like Jesus on everyone, right? Like, I don't know. I've been thinking about like, I kind of want to like do a video like this, but I don't know if it's too much, but honestly, like, I feel like religion comes into play in paranormal, right? Like it does come up. Even the stuff that we did in the Colin video, like that I did this week, like he touches on religion a lot. And I tried to like not get too far into it. There's a lot I could say. But I didn't. And it's like, I feel like paranormal and religion do tie in a lot, especially like Ed and Lorraine Warren, right? They were like heavy duty Catholics and everything was a demon, you know? And like even just about exorcisms. And I'm doing a video, working on a video where we're going to take a look at all the priests and bishops and blah, blah, blah that was associated with the Warrens. And we're going to take a look at their religious beliefs and things like that. So I do think that religion is hand in hand with the paranormal. And I would like to give opinions based on like some of the stuff. I was just sent this channel the other day and I was like, okay. But I've seen like TikToks and other things too, where it's like, I don't know. I feel like I want to do a video. One thing I am going to do is, I already recorded it. Sweet Gosh, she sent me a video about people that are like spending money on witch spells on Etsy and stuff. And I was saying to her like, oh, there's some witches that are like there are legitimate witches. And like, if it's your religion, it's your beliefs, you know, then so be it. And if you believe in them, whatever, hire them, whatever. So I did a video where I reacted to the video she sent me. And then I did a bit of looking through Etsy and explaining things and then giving my advice on it as a witch. Here's my advice if you're going to spend money on this stuff. Right. And so like I already kind of am coming out with something like that. And I kind of want to do other things like that. So like, I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anyone. I just want to be like, I want to clarify things that are definitely misunderstood out there. I think it naturally is because all the things kind of have to do with answering questions, what happens after life. Yeah, like it's kind of connected, right? So like, I don't want to get into like, you know, politics because it's not connected to, well, for the most part, it's not connected to the paranormal. But religion and beliefs are it goes hand in hand. I think that they're interconnected, you know? Some of these other ones are weird. But you know, I was kind of looking at, cause even like, I'm familiar with the Satanist religions too. And I can take a look at this and be like what? Now they're talking about Anton LaVey. I don't think these people actually know the religions. Like they really don't. I listen to them and I'm like, you're not even telling the truth. Like you have no idea what you're talking about. Kat Von D has become born again Christian. Oh, spews a bunch of lies these days about non-believers. I hate this shit. The total propaganda from her own personal addictive personality. Yeah, and it's just like you're not like self-aware that you're that you are your own problem. There's so many mythologies out there. What would the Warrens do if they were confronted by Filipino ghosts or Arabian jinn? Oh, everything's a demon for them. Okay, that's what they would do. Everything's a demon. Yeah, they don't. That's what the Warrens would do. I'm really enjoying the Ars Goetia Demon series. Yeah, like I really like history, but I know that those videos don't do as well. But I like doing them once in a while. And like I know the fireside chat videos don't do as well, but I like getting together with everyone and having a chat too. I just think it's fun. But I love history. And these are like side tangent, I guess, videos, right? I'm a former Satanist, pagan, whatever to these people. I had a friend in high school pretending to be a brooding vampire. Yeah, I met people who were like not well and they thought they were vampires and stuff. And but then I was also part of the vampire community, which is like a role playing. It was a weird. There was vampire bars. It wasn't just. It was role playing, but to another level. Um, and yeah, that was back in the day. The extremes give normal believers a bad name. Yeah, it's the thing, right? It's kind of like real Christians, or, if you're following the idea of what Christianity is supposed to be about, you wouldn't be denouncing all these people and you wouldn't be burning witches at the stake. I mean, if we even look at history, the witch burnings, I mean, technically, if you're really following the Bible, you wouldn't be burning people at the stake, right? So, you know. So like I don't know, I kind of want to do like some video like reactions to some of this stuff and just be like, no, they're lying and here's why, right? And just like to like be educating you guys on pagan beliefs and even just alternative beliefs, because I actually do study religions a lot. I've always studied religions my whole life, and it's not just it's not just like pagan stuff. Like I did study other religions too. The only ones that, I don't fully know all the details of all the offshoots of the monotheistic religion. Like, I understand, like, Protestants and Catholics. Then there's, in Canada too, there's born again Christians, which are just, it's literally called born again Christians. And they're usually taking people that have hard life, like the Kat Von D situation. And then there's other churches, right? And it's like Presbyterian and all this other stuff. I'm like, I don't really fully understand why there's all these different versions, but whatever. Like, I don't really know the details of the differences with all of them, but I understand the big ones like Protestant, Catholic, Mormons. Um, yeah, like I understand that, like but yeah, anyways. Oh, and Jewish is actually very detailed. I fully admit, like, I don't understand that enough to be able to talk confidently about the Jewish religion. It's so old. Like their stuff goes back so far and so old. There's stuff that like we don't, that they know that's like way back, and that one's a tough one. But the other religions though, I know a lot about. So it's kind of like I'd like to give, feedback on that. So that's why I'm an atheist. Yeah, some people are just atheists, and that's okay. All paths lead to God, so yes, debunk those fakers. Yeah, I'd be like debunking, that's what it is. I'd be like debunking these weird evangelical offshoot preachy fakers, right? And like they're not, like they were never a witch, because I can tell based on what they're saying, like they're like, here's the secrets, and it's like, no. Yeah, the Kabbalah stuff is very complicated. Yeah, like there's some stuff out there that are just very old religions. Like even, I know about like Islam and like Muslims and stuff, but like there's a lot there I don't know, and I wouldn't feel comfortable talking on that religion either, because there's stuff that like I don't fully know or understand. Because it's not just reading the book too, it's also like they have customs, and it's the customs that you don't fully know. So the flying spaghetti monster god, yeah. Oh god. The Pastafarian church would have had amazing potlucks. Yeah, they might have. Unless they were like, oh, like what's his name? Uh Pythagoras, his cult. They believe that beans held the human soul, so they wouldn't eat beans. So maybe pastafarians would believe that pasta holds holds the human soul, so you wouldn't be able to eat pasta. Sephiroth is more than a Final Fantasy character. Yeah. Yeah, so like that's why I was kind of thinking about maybe doing. I already have a video that's going to come out this next week about the Etsy witches and stuff, and I go into a bit of detail because like back in the day it was legitimate, and I looked at it now and I was like, oh, but I'm like I recommended in the end I was like I recommend that if you're going to spend money on this stuff, just buy a pre-made spell and do the spell yourself because there are a lot of, I guarantee they are AI bots. It's like the internet's rife with it now. It's horrible. Is that why beans make you fart? You're farting at the souls. You know, maybe like we don't fully have all the details of his cults because his cult split off into two cults. It's very interesting. His story is very interesting. I do recommend reading up on it. It's really intriguing. Um, and I did want to make some cult videos, and I was thinking about starting off with these ancient cults and just kind of talking about ancient cult history because I find it very intriguing. But yeah, they went off in two different directions. Ones who believed in the continuation of exploring math, and then the other ones who were like into the like spiritual aspect of like, because you know, all the world, like everything can be defined down into mathematical equations, including like the atom, a flower, like, you know, whatever, right? Stars, like, so like they were kind of on the spiritual end of it. And I think those are the ones who started the bean thing. And then the people who were doing the math were actually like more scientific, but still they were nuts. They were still like nutty. Yeah, yeah. The story goes that like he was running away, like they were the city got angry because the cults got really violent and they were gonna kill him because then that would resolve the cult issue. And so then he ran, and then his only way out was like through a bean field. And he was like, no, I'm not going to run over beans. And he'd rather give up his life instead of running through beans. But some people are like, that story might not be true. The cult members might have made that up as like, you know, him dying for the cause of beans. It's so dumb. Like, and part of it was that they were vegetarian. It was a whole thing. It was so weird, right? The story is very interesting. It is very interesting. But Watcher did a puppet theater of it. I would do a video, but honestly, the puppet theater one is pretty funny. Because I have found that if Shane does the research, I've found it to be more accurate than if Ryan does it. And the puppet theater stuff is done by Shane. At the very least, too, it's checked by Shane, right? So it's, where is it? Oh, here we go. Pythagoras, Weird Math Cult. This is a really good episode, and the story is just so good. So, no one is ever an ex-Mason. Yeah, I know, it's so dumb. Cult stories would be cool. Yeah, I was thinking about kind of doing some because I looked at my analytics and like a good chunk of you guys watch videos on cults. So I was like, okay, well, I could make some cult videos, you know? Been watching a lot of cult documentaries recently. Yeah, tell everyone about the alien con artist. That would be a good video. Yeah, there's a bunch of them who say they talk to aliens. I don't even know how to. I feel like I might want to get like a list of the people that do it because like it's all going to be the same debunk, right? Like I'm not gonna. I don't want to deep dive into any of these people's lives because they all are nuts. Well, half of them are nuts and half of them are grifters, right? But yeah, I keep getting sent like people who say they talk to aliens and that's how they divine the future or some crap. So, but those ones often lead to cults. Like they often do lead to cults. And that's why I was kind of thinking that might be a good one. Cause I'm trying to also, I don't want to do true crime, cults because it's just like, The only reason I haven't really like done too much, I try to stay away from like true crime specifically, is I get like opinionated. I get pretty opinionated, and I think that I couldn't really present it like non-biasedly. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of hard. It'd be hard for me to present a true crime story non-biased because I have opinions. So yeah, like Heaven's Gate and stuff like that. I'm kind of like, because I don't want to. It's like I do want to talk about like the witch stuff, but then it's like I try to be careful not to go down certain paths that involve the one God religions. You know, um, was Heaven's Gate Christian, or were they the ones that totally believed in it was aliens? Because I mean, I'd be down for doing people that it didn't involve the Bible, essentially. That's what I want to concentrate on. I want to pick people that didn't really involve the Bible. I feel like Heaven's Gate. Although, like, I also don't want it. I don't really want to do like a true crime. I want to do like a different. Yeah, they were the UFO one. I have to look into that because I feel like maybe I want to do a different spin on this stuff. So it's not just like a true crime episode. Yeah, I think they were purely aliens. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check. Yeah, I have to think on how to like kind of tie it in because I really like the history stuff and the ancient cult stuff I find fascinating. But it's like I don't really want to just do true crime, but I mean I want to relate it sort of back into the paranormal, so maybe like things to do with belief. Maybe also I could try to highlight people who were trying to like break up the cults at the time, like those would be the debunkers. Um Maybe I could find like an angle to kind of like put it as, so it's not just like I don't want people to think, oh, this channel's turning into true crime like everyone else, like cuz that's what everyone's doing now, right? I don't want to go that path. Oh, Dwight York claimed to be a reincarnated pharaoh. That is different. I like that. Hold on. I know a lot about ancient China, so that one might be fun to tear apart just to debunk the history. Okay, well that's got a bad word in it. Oh god. Okay, that's probably the video to watch. It's got a bad word in it. Okay, I have to take a look at that. It looks like no one's really done this guy, huh? That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll save that. Okay, phone. Shush, 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 shush. That does sound interesting. My gosh, when I search that, some weird stuff pops up. Okay, we're gonna move away from this. Not that that's necessarily great. Hold on, wait, was that Kenny? What's Kenny saying? Well, I don't have my earphones on. Hold on, wait. I want to hear what Kenny's saying. I'm watching this TV show called Romulus and Remus, two guys who created Rome, lots of ancient gods. Is it a true story? I mean, Rome just, they co opted Greece, right? They took Greek beliefs and turned it into theirs. Oh, hey, Chris. Yeah. Hard to avoid true crime when law paranormal cases. Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't want to be like, I don't want it to be like a true crime podcast type deal. I want to have like a different bit of a spin on it, right? Oh yeah, everyone they have like main character syndrome. Yeah.
Hey there, you playing
Oh
some
gosh,
cereal?
no. Okay, hold on, wait. Oh, I gotta fix the OBS too. Hold on, wait. OBS is gonna be all fucky. Ugh, I look crappy today. I didn't do anything with my hair, and I didn't really bother with too much any makeup, so just like, eh. Hold on, I gotta fix this audio. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Sorry, it's fucky. I didn't fix this before we started. Um Okay, now this should work here. And I gotta give you guys access to this. Yeah, I didn't think to start Elgato.
I just want to put the...
Oh my god, the fuck. Hold on, there's so coming. Why is my Alexa? What's happening? Jesus, what the hell? I thought that I dealt with this. Okay. Oh, thank you. Wait. Ash Chi Cupcake. To the liquor store. Is Kenny going jogging? I know, that's why I want to watch it, because he looks like, what is he up to, you know? His like random one-off videos like this, I always like want to watch because he's always got something interesting to say about something. Kenny doesn't jog. You know, Kenny actually kind of looks like he's a little bit buff up top. Have you guys noticed that? Alien invasion. OBS is being fucky. No one ever said, yeah.
Hey there, YouTube. I just want to put this video out real quick, just to say thanks to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. It took a long time. A channel like mine, which is mostly reserved for live streams every Friday night, and then the occasional either personal thoughts or something like that, and of course for my members only videos that I do. But we finally crossed over 5,000 subscribers, which is cool. That's like a milestone to me because for channels like mine that do a lot of investigation work that takes a long time, it's not something that I put out a video like every few days or every other day or something like that. So to hit over 5,000 subscribers is a milestone for me. And I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you continue to tune into the Skeptical Help Bar every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And that you also check out some of my videos that I put on once in a while when I just sit down and do some crazy thoughts, or like some TikTok videos that I put out that I'll repost on
his crazy
YouTube.
thought ones.
And then also please come over to the Center for Inquiry channel, because that's where I post my Ghost and Machine series, which is my investigations and stuff like that, like really in-depth kind of stuff. Check that out. Give the Center for Inquiry a like and a sub too, because they help keep me going. But again, thank you everyone out there for letting me get over 5,000 subscribers. That's cool. Next milestone is 10,000. That'll probably take 10 years to get to, but it's good.
Oh, is Kenny coming to your pod next? Oh, nice. Yay. I don't know. He kind of looks like he did go jogging. I vaguely remember him saying that he goes jogging. I swear to God, guys, though, like he looks like he's actually pretty strong. Hold on. Let me find some photos. I was like, I noticed like he looks strong. Okay. God, where's this photo? There's a photo where he's wearing like a really tight t-shirt, and I was like, oh damn, he's actually got like muscles on him. I don't know where the photo is. I'd have to find it, but it was like, it was pretty recent. It was pretty recent. I do feel like he does go jogging. I think I heard him saying that. He gets buff in his off time. Yeah, like he was wearing like this really tight t-shirt. I was pulling out video or pictures because I wanted to put him on. I was showing like his picture on one of my videos, and I came across this photo and it was fairly recent, and I was like, damn, Kenny's been working out. It was like one of his ghost things that he just did, I think. I can't remember what it was now. Hold on, let's look at his things. It was this one. Like, look at his arms. He actually looks pretty strong, guys. Look at him. he's a lot buffer than you guys realize he is, you know? He actually is. Like, I don't think this is Photoshop. I don't know. I think he's buffer than you guys are giving him credit for. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, damn. Like, I think that I remember him saying that he's been working out lately too. I think he's been doing jogging and stuff. I was like, he's looking pretty good now. Like, well, not now. You know what I mean? I was like, he for research, right? I was like, damn, he actually looks pretty buff, to be honest. It's the beard that makes him look like, yeah, it's the beard. It's the scruffy beard. And he's always happy and go lucky too, right? So he's got the barrel chest. I don't know what that is, but he looks strong to me. I don't know. But he's just a happy go lucky guy. Oh, look at him smiling. Like, he's a really happy guy. Yeah, the Center for Inquiry one, is it called CFI? It might be called actually Center for Inquiry. Center for Inquiry. There it is. Center ER. Yeah, but definitely go check out this one because he's got like he posts ghosts. Yeah, he's got the ghost hunting video here, right? What is this? A flat earther sees the light. A conversation. Oh, that might be interesting. I'll have to listen to that. That sounds interesting. That's interesting. Empowering teachers to teach. Science under siege. Yeah. Echo chamber versus evidence, ideological conflicts. That's interesting too. That I find these talks interesting. I do listen to this stuff. But yeah, definitely go check out this channel too. Look for a Merry Christmas girl or what? No. I just came across the photo and I was like, oh, I'm like, he's looking pretty good. Like, I think he's more buff than people realize. The world's smartest Labrador. He is kind of sweet, like a Labrador, isn't he? Yeah. He is a really cool guy. Yeah. He is married too, guys. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say like I always like that he's always like, oh, you know, I love you though, you know, I wouldn't want to meet you in an alley and end up in a fight with you. You look like, you know, he always tries to give guys like a little bit of a bump, and he's always like trying to do that, and I just find it like interesting because I came across that photo and I was like, oh, I think you could take them in an alley though. Yeah, Kenny has the nice blue eyes. Yeah, blue eyes are always really nice. Yeah. Oh, Susan's got a thing up. Oh, Mark Edwards stuff. She's been working through all of Mark Edwards tapes and stuff that she's found. Emotions be evidence. Just look at the yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, do go check out Minuteman too. I wanted to watch this. The new Giza pyramid conspiracy is so dumb. So he'll have a bunch of evidence. He actually has like a PhD. He's a historian or something like that. I can't remember what his PhD is in exactly, but he actually is a scholar. So I definitely recommend him. And this is another good channel here, the Legends of History. Ignore my other weird channels I watch, obviously. But Legends of History, he does a lot of really good videos on like demons and religion and stuff. And I really enjoy his videos too. He did one. I've been watching through his older stuff. He did one on like the queens of Egypt. I just randomly come across his videos and watch them. I don't even know. There was ones I watched. It was like the queens of the Bible, and I found this actually really fascinating. Oh no, it was this girl. No, this girl's really good. The Queens of the Bible, a history tea time with Lindsay Holiday. This chick is really good too. She actually does very detailed, accurate information about different stuff in history. So I do recommend her too. I barely know Kenny and I love the guy already. I'm not just saying that because he's coming on the show. Yeah. Yeah, he's a really good guy. He's a great logical thinker. He is. Yeah. Like, you know, it's interesting to meet like him or even Susan Gerbic, right? Because I talked to her. Sometimes I run stuff past her. Because I'm like, I still have, like, I'm still a believer, and I obviously, like, have a religion and stuff I follow, but I like running stuff past people that are like non-believers in a certain area, right? Because it's like they have a different outlook sometimes and they catch things that I just don't catch. So, um, you must be top of your game to actually be paid to debunk. Yeah, actually, did he ever do an episode explaining how he got this job? I would like to hear that. We should ask him that. He should do a video on how he got the job that he has now, because that would actually be very interesting to hear about. I think he's touched on it here and there, but I don't think like he went into detail on it. So, but yeah, this channel very good if you want like a history deep dive thing. I did find this video, the Queens of the Bible, very interesting because it relates back into the Lesser Key of Solomon, and Solomon himself and everything. So I was thinking about also doing a video where I get into this too, because which one was it? Bathsheba, I think, was King Solomon's wife, and she was trying to push the cult of Baal. And it's very interesting. There is stuff to do with the different demons and the different cults and things like that that were around back in the day of the different gods. So it's very cool. Yeah. He did tell it during a live stream. Oh, yeah. He should do like a separate video on it. I think it would do well. Yeah. It's like getting paid to be a writer. Very rare. Like, I'm a good writer and I did get paid to be a writer at one point, but I was writing like for blogs and online publications and things, and like even magazines. And the only downside of it, I'd say, is just like eventually like you lose your love for writing because when it becomes your job. So it's like, it's nice that he still has like a love for it, because you do, when it becomes your job, you do kind of, you can lose your love for said thing, right? So when you're under like a boss, you know, that makes it difficult, because I was a freelance writer for a bit doing online stuff, and it was tough. So fiction writer, yeah. See, I prefer writing stuff that's nonfiction. My favorite writing, sorry, my back's been hurting. My favorite writing is actually, I loved writing manuals. I really love writing technical manuals. I just like matter of fact writing. I love formatting it for print and doing all that, formatting it for online use. Like, I love writing technical manuals, but getting a job to be a technical manual writer is very difficult. It's like, it's a very tough field, especially in Canada, because in Canada, if you want to be a manual writer, you need to also be able to read and write and speak French. You got to talk both languages, because if you don't do both languages, really your only job opportunities are the United States. And from there, it's kind of like they're only going to hire freelancers, and you got to find like a company who's willing to do that. But yeah, I loved writing manuals. Like, I was wanting to do that, and then I was just not really like getting anywhere, finding good work doing that. So then I was like, well, you know, I'll start up YouTube again. I'll see what happens on YouTube. So then I'm like, okay, I'll start YouTube again. 'Cause yeah. But I've had many different jobs and hats, I guess, over the years. I've done a lot of different stuff, so. Yeah, I like doing logical writing a lot more. But I do have a book and stuff that I started writing when I was really young. It's a lot of work to work through it all. Oh, Beardo also recommended that we all should watch this one. Has ghost hunting become a nightmare? The Paranormal Monkey, his last podcast 3 days ago. So I'm going to work through that as well tonight. I buy dating tips book from you. Oh, God, I don't even know if I could do. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could do dating tips. It's not like I'm dating anyone. I feel like people that do like that sell themselves as like a dating guru or something are like married, or you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you didn't have success, and I've had like a lot of not success, but like, I guess I could write it from like a female perspective and just be like, yeah, I'm not dating anyone, but maybe here's why. here's what all guys do wrong or something. I don't, not all guys, not all guys. No. I'm being mean. You know what I mean? I'm being like facetious. One of those. So, fictional technical manuals. I have a bunch of Star Wars ones, for example. That stuff is kind of interesting. I have read a bit of stuff that was like the Star Trek, like there's manuals on how to learn like Klingon and stuff. And I'm like, I find it very fascinating that it's like people have gone to those levels. Like I find it very fascinating. So I had a 144 page book I was writing, Get Lost Forever in Yahoo email. Oh no. Yeah, like it's a 3-part novel. I have it all in my head, but laying it out on paper and making it, because to write a book, especially because mine, it has to be 3 parts the way I have it laid out, but it's like, you've got to not give everything away, right? Like you've got to write so people can't just assume the end, you know? And it's like, and I have a summary of it written, and I sent it to, I wrote down like I rewrote a summary of it because I wanted to write again. Sometimes I get in these modes where I'm like, I'm going to write my book. I'm going to finish writing it. So then I wrote out a big thing and I sent it to some of my friends. They're like, this is really good. You should write this. And I'm just like, and then I just lose steam. I don't know. But mine's about vampires. It's funny because I came up with this idea a long time ago when I was a teenager, and I've seen books and TV shows and stuff be made with a general similar idea. And I was like, damn, that's so funny. Cause you know, my whole thing is it's vampires. It's the future. Food sources are gone because they've eaten all the humans because they came out to the public, like V Wars kind of. But mine involves time travel, and the time travel, it works by, you can only travel back in time to one of your past lives, and you can only inhabit the body that one of your past lives inhabited, and you can only stay there for a certain amount of time. You can't guarantee what date or time you show up in. You can aim for a general idea of like a century. And so like the books are kind of like trying to fix the future, but like they can't do pinpoint time travel, so they're kind of jumping into different bodies, and then I'm telling like different stories that are in different time periods and stuff. And so it was gonna be like a 3-part book thing. So yeah, eventually I'll get to it. Here's what I'll say as an aspiring writer with ADHD: sticky notes. Write your scenes on sticky notes. Yeah, I feel like I would need to do that. I feel like I need to like figure out what do I want the hook to be at the first book, to draw on the person in the second and then the third, right? Like the hooks are like what get me, because I got to figure out what the ending's gonna be, because this story is gonna be way too big to put into one book, which is why I'm like, it's got to be like 3 books, because it's gonna be way too large to do as one book, because I want to do period little mini stories and period pieces as part of the time travel. So I've only recently gotten back into reading again from watching so many booktubers. I wish I had the time and concentration to write again, but it's hard. It is hard, and it gets harder as I get old, and the more stress I'm around, because like, you know, life. It's harder to write, and it's harder to like read. Like I used to read a lot when I was younger, and like as I got older and more stress, I just find it harder to write, and I find it harder to read. And like I used to love reading and writing, and that's like the main thing I did like all through high school. I loved it, and I took every writing course and all this stuff. And yeah, I do use Audible a lot, James. I also do the whole like, I've got to be doing something while I'm listening to something kind of thing to like take it in. So my doctor's been like different doctors have been getting me to read like different books to help like ADHD, anxiety, sleeping, all that. So I'll like listen to it on Audible, or well, a lot of them are on Spotify. So I like my Spotify subscription because it knows what I like to listen to. So I'll listen to that while I like go for a walk down to the beach and stuff. And oh yeah, I was going to take you guys down to the beach today, but it was only 10 degrees. And the other thing is that I was thinking like, I want to take you guys to the beach just for funsies during the summer. However, I don't have like a great phone for like content creation, so I don't know what the audio is going to be like. So if we go down to the beach one day for a stream, I can't guarantee what it's going to be like. The audio might be really shitty. I'm not sure, and I don't have the money. I want to save up for my shotgun mic so that I stop hitting this fucking mic. I'd rather get that before I get like a new phone. So, but yeah, we'll try it, and if it's really shitty, then I don't know. I guess I won't bother. But I just like sitting outside during the summer. Because even if I went to the backyard, it's still going to be a shitty mic. Because even sitting in the backyard, we'd be able to sit in the sun for a bit, you know? I just like sitting in the sun during the summer. I need a ghostwriter, I think, because my life story could really help and inspire people, but I don't really want my name in the book either. Yeah, I've always thought, like, you know, I might be, like, my life story and things, I might be able to, like, help people too. Um, But it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my stories all over the place. So that's why I started my vlog channel, because I was like, I want to vlog, and like, you know, I'm not like the stuff that works for me for like fibromyalgia or anxiety or depression, whatever. I'm not saying it works for everyone, but I'm just saying, like, here's what worked for me, and here's the treatments I do, or here's the things I do, you know, to help with this or this. Because it's not just like a one size fits all thing, and I don't do just one treatment. Like, there's multiple things, right? And so I was like, I started my vlog channel because I wanted to share that and try to help other people in my position too. Because I found that I started getting better help when I started talking to people who had the same illnesses, right? Because then they gave me good advice, and that helped lead me to the paths I'm in. But I'm really bad for like remembering to record myself. If I'm doing like a planned video, I can do it, but I'm really bad at remembering to record live. I always forget. So doing something to distract you helps you pay attention. Same here. Yeah, yeah. Like, I listen to the audiobooks on 2 times speed and go for a walk or something, or do the dishes or something, you know. I'm currently outside right now at the park with the kids. It's so nice today. It would be pity to waste it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's only like 10 degrees today, and it's like, if we go down to the beach, it's actually really cold, like at the water. So I was like, I'm not gonna bother today, because it'd be okay, probably sit in the backyard in the sun. But like, the neighbors were all back there, and I was planning to maybe bring you guys back there and test out to see how bad the audio would be on the phone. But because it's sunny out and it's 10 degrees, the neighbors were all back there. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Because we share a backyard, right? So I'm like, well, I can't go to the beach because the beach is like, it's freezing. It needs to be warmer to be at the lake, because it's cold. You get the cold off the water, so it gets quite chilly near the water. So maybe on the next nice day, I don't know, because I was thinking it might be good to test, maybe just like sit out in the backyard and see how bad or good it is. Because I don't know if it's worth it or not to do any vlogs outside. I would like to, or not vlogs, but whatever, live streams. So, we're at a comfy 74 down south. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah. That's the best we can ask for here. 74 is nice. Like, that's like room temperature, right? Just a couple degrees above, but I like things warmer. Yeah, because it's like 10 degrees. So I don't know, what's that in Fahrenheit? I don't know. 10 Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's like 50 degrees out. So, and then if you go down to the lake, because of the air, also, I don't think the lake is thawed yet. So it's going to be even colder. So I would say cut that in half, and that's the temperature at the actual lake. So it's cold. It'll be cold at the lake. I don't think our lake is thawed yet. I gotta actually drive past it and see. I usually do drive past it. I just don't really look. So I gotta look and see if it's thawed yet. Because there is a day coming out. Where is it? It's next Tuesday, the 22nd. It's supposed to be like 21 degrees. And if it's like that warm and it's sunny and there's no rain, that's what they say right now. That would be a really nice day to be outside. I forgot you're using Celsius. Yeah, it is Celsius. Yeah. Yeah, 50. It's still chilly. Like it's a little too chilly. It's nice in the sun. And in Canada, like we're going from like, minus 20 to plus 10. It's warm to us because we just had winter, right? But it's like once we spend a few months in summer, when fall hits and it turns into 15 degrees or 17, then it's freezing because we just spent the whole time in summer, right? Our bodies do a annoying reacclimation every 3 months, and it kills for the fibro. So, but yeah, it's like once that's it's like at the lake though, it's like half the temperature. So it'd be like 5 degrees at the lake, and that's too cold for me. I can't. Even 10 is a little cold, but if I like stayed in the sun and stuff, then it wouldn't be too bad. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good my phone is going to be for like a live stream just because the camera and the microphone. I have this little lapel mic, but I've used it before and it doesn't sound good either. So I'll probably try to use it just because maybe it'll help with any wind. I'm not 100% sure though, but we'll see. I looked at like phones, and then I looked at like mics for phones, and like a bunch of them also don't work with certain phones. I'm like, this is so confusing. So it's just like, ugh. And the price, like once you price out a new phone and a new mic and everything like that, I'm like, I'd rather just spend the money like on a shotgun mic. But actually, I need to spend the money on stuff for my mom first, so because she has a bunch of new needs. So I want to try to get her to start using like a recliner chair, so she like because she's really bad for like just not really getting out of bed often enough. And I'm like, well, if there's like a chair in there, maybe she'll get out of bed. But then it's like trying to find something. She's so picky. Like, I don't think I'm going to find anything that she likes, but I found like a chair that I think this is like the only one that's going to be the best option for her. It's literally the only one I could find because it's got to be tall. My family's all tall. She has lost a bunch of height with her age, but she's still tall. So I'm like, it's got to be a bit tall. And I found this one that's pretty tall, so she can just like step in and out of it kind of deal because she's older and you don't want her to bend and stuff too much. And I thought I think this is the only one that I can find. And this one is $400. Oh, and she has a bill from the rehab place I got to pay for. And there's an ambulance bill and some medication bill too. So I have to pay a bunch of stuff for her, unfortunately. It's similar here in Colorado, erratic weather. By the time you get used to one season, it flips. Yeah, I know, and I hate it so much. That it's the worst. Yeah. UK gets wet winters and wet summers. Yeah, I don't know if I could deal with that in the sense like I think if we lost more sun, like this is what like I've heard from people is like when they've moved from Canada to somewhere that had less sun, like their depression just like it was bad, right? Like we already don't have enough sun here. And then I've talked to some people that like moved from Canada to like southern states or Mexico and stuff, and they're like so much happier. And it's literally just because of the sun. They're like, it's just the sun. So I'm like, the UK has even less sun than Canada. I don't think that I could handle I don't think I could handle it. Also, the UK is really weird, and there's a lot of medications that are banned there, and there's a lot of medications you can't even buy over the counter, and you can't even get a prescription for. And they're all stuff that I use, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I could move there because of that. Like, I need access to, like, you guys are weird. You've banned a lot of weird prescriptions that, like, all of us use here, and it's very strange, and you're a lot the UK, not you, sorry, but the kind like UK is very strict with like medications, and they're very strict with medicating people with fibro, especially. They don't really do anything for people with fibro. Like it's really tough. So like I don't know. I'm saying I don't think I would change countries just because of that. I need to like maintain. So, but like from a social aspect and political aspect, like whatever, the UK, I'm totally fine with that. We would get along well with people. Canadians we're very British, even though we don't sound it, we act it. So we would get along there. Our politics are very similar. Like it would be not a difficult like acclimation in that sense. But the medications and the sun, that's the big one. That's a big reason I wouldn't go. So I'd have to move somewhere like sunny. My phone keeps going off. What is happening? Okay, it's just Discord. Oh no, there's like Twitter. Oh, I was thinking about maybe doing a because it seems like because I didn't really like show too much about Zach. I haven't really done Zach Baggins because he copyrights everything, and it's just not worth the effort to make a whole video about somebody just to have to like take it down, right? At least if it's just a portion, it's not so bad. Because Zach has like a whole like channel and movie studio and like whatever backing him, so he has billions of dollars, you know. But I did like that whole section on Zach and the Colin video, and people seem to like that. So I was thinking like I could just do a video on Zach where I just talk about Zach and I don't show any footage and I just tell you guys the really crappy things that he does. I was thinking maybe I could do something like that for Zach. So, all right, yeah, get some rest, Mike. Yeah, in Kansas you want 5 minutes to an hour, and then the weather will change, or you walk. Oh yeah, yeah. See you, James. Yeah. Okay, KK's awake. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull the stream here. I'm gonna get some dinner and stuff. But I do recommend you guys watch the Paranormal Monkey podcast that was a couple days ago. And go and watch Minuteman, his pyramid conspiracy disaster. Those are two I do recommend that you guys go watch after this as well. And if you like history, I'm working my way through the Hermeticism one on Esoterica because he just came back from Egypt. So if you like history, if you like ancient history, this guy is like, I think he is a professor, right? Or was a professor. He talks like a professor. I find this stuff fascinating, but I understand like it's not for everyone. But so yeah, these are the 3 videos I'm going to watch today for funsies. So yeah. All right. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day. Those of you who are like watching this later, let me know what you think about doing the video on the witch like stuff. And yeah. Let me know what you think. Okay. Oh, and just remember Tuesday, I can't guarantee there's going to be a stream. I don't think there's going to be a stream. So, all right. Okay. Yes, I'll see you later. Yeah, Lacey, go get some rest. I'll see you later, James, Julie, everyone. Good night. All right. See ya. Bye, Billy. Bye. Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye, guys.